Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Loose puck to break it, grabs it, to break it in. It's up, scores!
Oh my God. What a play.
Andrew Cobb, Red Wings win 4-3.
Back to Siakam, 6 on the clock. Siakam on the move, turns inside, floater, goes window shopping for 2.
Extra offensive lineman in there. Fisher, here's a little pitch back to Stroud, looking to air it out, balls out. Recovered by Pittsburgh in YA black. Steeler ball, knocked out by Jack Sawyer. From a booth nearby as Rodgers rolls out to his left, has his man. Pass caught by Metcalf and into Houston territory. Ball is down on the ground again. Stroud picks it up. Ball is out again. Watts on it. And no signal yet. It belongs to Pittsburgh.
Hey, I appreciate that popping to the old screen before we're ready to sit down, too. This is a well-oiled machine.
Welcome in.
Nope, not doing it. We're just going to, nope.
What's up, DV? How we
We're
doing?
not doing anything normal. WTH. It's fine.
Brought to you by Next Gen Male Medical Clinic.
Now, that part, I feel like we should say.
Yeah, we should
That's
say
the only
that.
really good part of my day, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
I am 0 for my last 3 in terms of seeing my family, my dog walking family.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what time I got to leave.
He's right there in the chat. Scott, where are we at, man?
Oh, Scott. Good morning.
He already hopped in.
Oh, where you been, man?
Yeah, you're putting DB in a bad move, and I'm having to deal with it, so I need you to.
No. Disorderly conduct in my household training this dog puts me in a bad mood.
Okay, sure.
I think people are purposely bad at it, so I don't ask them to do anything.
Oh, that's not great. No, not ideal.
Well, we'll see. I'll have last laugh.
You need to get Zoe to get in gear.
I'll have last laugh. We can play that game.
Hey,
Zodog,
get after it.
How are things? So I wanted you guys to know I didn't appreciate one thing that was going on in the Pittsburgh Texans text strand last night.
Why not?
Was I noticeably absent of
You
commentary?
were. I thought you might be.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Nobody was being a jerk.
No, Aaron Rodgers was.
Well, I can't really control that.
So apparently, I just think he should retire because that game it's too fast and too violent for him. He's just timid.
I do think he is,
and it's okay. Like it's a
he's 42.
It's a brute. Wait,
I think he's
40, right?
I thought he was 42.
Is he 42?
I could be
wrong. If he's 42, he's nothing like Tom Brady.
No,
he's nothing.
I believe he's 42.
Oh, you don't know. He's probably 42 because
I was-
Ravi said he's 42.
I
He's
was-
not 42
I
because you
was-
think he's 42.
I was thinking last night when they said that he was 42. I wish I was 42.
Do you see what he just did?
Yeah.
That was very Ravinian.
What'd I do?
It was snark tied in with what could be a legit explanation.
Oh, yeah.
And he was very passive aggressive, condescending,
I do have that tendency.
very prickish.
He
Well played, Shane. When they said he was 42, what are you doing watching regular television? Your antenna came in.
I wish I was 42.
Yeah, I wish you were a little bit taller.
You wish you was a
Certainly
baller?
No, not a baller.
he just turned 42 in December.
Diciembre.
Yeah, so he is. I mean, it's probably about time, big
That's
guy.
not Italian Spanish for December.
Oh,
Enero, Febrero, Marce,
thought you were more of a Greek guy.
Abril. What? No. Well, I think you do have to have a basic common understanding of
Latin.
Greek and Latin.
Yeah, no, it helps.
Oh, well, both would probably be advantageous.
Yeah.
Are you a big?
Spanish guy?
No, it's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say speller, but I assume you are
Why you make that assumption?
because you're smart,
Oh, okay.
like most Millard North graduates. right?
Absolutely,
Guys?
it's true.
High aptitude.
We
I
have
don't know why I thought you'd be a good speller.
high degree of academic achievement.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a sport to tide me over for a while, other than college basketball.
We got
Hockey is a flipping glass case full of emotions.
yeah.
Spring training's a ways away, although college baseball.
College baseball's about to start.
I might just go hang out with Ben. Go watch.
Hang out with Benny Mac.
Go watch him watch practice.
I was like, what are you gonna?
He at least checks on. B Mac is like.
What are you gonna do now that Coach Service? Who you gonna go hang out with now that Coach Service
I
is
don't
out?
know. I'm gonna have to go get in good with the old king I am.
I know. Gonna have to see what he's all about.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just loiter.
You can hang out.
I'm hoping they tinker with the winter conditioning schedule so I can.
So you can hang out more.
Yeah, I just may go like I don't know.
Yeah. Just chill.
Yeah.
Get some workouts in.
No.
No?
I do that. It's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. I need to get a little or now.
Yeah.
Yeah, going the wrong way.
A little stronger.
Yeah,
All right.
but like get knocked over a lot, guys. Get a little aggressive on
Oh.
the road and stuff, and I feel like I'm a little slight.
Okay.
It's not the way I operate.
Got bulk up a little bit.
Although I did bully Sipple, does that count?
Well, I mean,
He was not happy.
you just out here beating up old men or what?
No,
I
he's like,
feel like a
he's like,
penguin.
hey, you gotta stop acting like that, man. You're bigger than me. Like that's gonna be a problem. And I was like, man, I just was happy to see you. I'm sorry, but I do think I was a little aggressive. I told you the one time I did that to Shane, and he was hurt for 3 days, and he sent me a mean text.
Oh yeah.
He said, hey, that thing you did in the office, don't do that again. I'm hurt. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were built like fine china.
He's older than you, right?
Sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
He is. We just kind of pretend spar and you
Well, yeah,
know,
he's a big boxer.
yeah, and I did this fake check hook, and he was easily moved, and I was like, "Ooh, shoot, sorry." He's like, hey, that's enough of that. It's like, all right, buddy, I'm fine. It's fine. I need to be better.
Yeah, I think
Your ability to multitask.
Well, I was trying to.
It's very substandard, and sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm gonna need you to be better.
I was trying to help out one of our new listeners.
We have a new one.
Yeah. Have you seen my stapler? Was trying to figure.
Wait, what?
That's his name. That's his name. I'm not making fun.
Like Office Space.
Yeah, I think so. Was it Milton? Is that his name? Have you seen my stapler? That's the swing lane.
Have you seen my
That's his-
stapler?
Yeah, he was
So
asking.
we got Joey Good. We got Juan all to the good.
Yeah,
We have
I think his name.
Funky Giblets.
Love funky giblets.
Now we have you seen my stapler?
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him Milton because I think that's the guy's name in the movie.
So I thought about this the other day because he said something interesting in the chat. Is it Kel Jam? I just say Kel, but I'm not seeing it right because I don't read it with my glasses. Am I missing an initial? It's Kel Jam?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you're correct. Kel Jam, like Kel Jam 01 or something.
All right.
Yeah, it's Kel Jam.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I have a I just grabbed a random pair. I have 4 in there now.
I mean, come on, man. What are we doing?
I saw some at a store I was at yesterday. They were in a bin for 99 cents. I'm pretty sure I'm not buying those.
They were in a what?
A bin.
Like McLaughlin?
Okay.
I don't want to get yelled at.
We should talk to him this week.
It didn't sound like I said Ben.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're saying.
No, Ben and Ben are different things.
I understand that. I don't know which one you think you're
the
saying.
99 center is a bin.
There you said it.
I'm not going to sit for this morning.
Feel free to stand.
You act like the Steelers won last night.
I'm aware they didn't. I was part of the group chat, unlike some people.
I am happy for Matty D.
No, it's
because his team has a lot more playoff sustainability than mine, so I'm okay.
Sure.
I'm not okay.
Like
I'm barely getting by.
Like if the 49ers had played the Packers.
Losing track of days. Losing sleep at night.
Is that your
and I know that I can.
Is that Jelly Roll?
Yes.
Okay.
He lost a lot of weight.
He did.
I wonder if he's going to get that stuff off his face.
You mean like the beard?
No, he shaved that.
Oh, did he?
First time, and I can't remember how many years.
You mean the tattoos?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of
hurt. You wouldn't know.
I don't have face tattoos.
But you have ink.
Yeah.
Shane, do you have any tattoos?
No.
I don't either.
Maybe.
Air high five.
I'm gonna
Dap.
I was gonna.
Did you see what he did? He went tap.
I was gonna. Well, he's trying to reach you. I was gonna assume that
I was standing on a box. What am I going to do?
I was gonna assume that Shane didn't have any tattoos.
No, I don't know, man. He went through some spells.
Yeah, that was an assumption I was gonna make.
Yeah.
I felt pretty safe there.
You feeling good about that?
Yeah, I felt okay about it.
Shane, are we going to fully transition into hockey, or what do you want to do with our sports fandom? Are we just going to ride with college basketball?
Right with college basketball.
We don't have any teams left in the NFL.
No.
What about my San Francisco 49ers? You're just gonna forget like we're not out here?
So did you see who I brought today?
Who do we have today?
I gave you a head. It's Roger Craig.
Oh, we love Roger Craig. And then we got Jeep Wade on the other one?
Yeah.
There we go.
How's the camera? Can it see Jeep okay? The people put the tables back wrong.
It can as long as there's not a comment up.
I feel like they need instructions. Who was in here?
I have no idea, but they didn't do a good job putting it back.
Yeah.
It was
pretty stupid.
I'm excited to move to our new studio where nobody will touch our stuff.
Are the walls padded? Because what happens like if I get up and just run into one?
They're not padded, but we could maybe we could see what we could do.
Should I do another headstand?
Probably not.
Who was I talking to that morning? Kobe?
Yeah, I think you were talking to Kobe.
Yeah.
He was very excited about the headstand. He thought it was
he didn't somebody didn't think I would do it.
Yeah. And then
I was like
Kobe was very happy about it.
We still have to go get Chinese.
Juan T says he's gonna get a Hurrdat tramp stamp.
Dude, Juan said something the other day that was actually true, but it sounded far-fetched.
What?
He said I was at Costco on a speakerphone, using my speakerphone.
Oh yeah.
That was a true story.
Why were you doing that?
I hate the speakerphone.
Yeah, why were you doing that?
I was looking are we really doing this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I needed directions on where something was.
Oh,
I couldn't one hand the cart.
Oh, they do have unwieldy carts.
So
like they're big carts.
I had to,
especially if you got stuff
I had
in
to
there.
Put the phone down and hold it with my thumbs and push the cart.
Gotcha. That's reasonable. That's a good reason.
I'm not a big.
You're not
I
just
was like, wait a minute.
When he said it, I assumed you were voice to texting, and he thought you were talking on speakerphone.
No, I do that.
Right. So that's what I thought.
I voice to text all the time.
For as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
So I assumed you were voice to texting.
I was trying to voice text Core Seaton the other day.
That's gonna be a tough one.
And it looked like Core Seated.
What is this?
What is what?
You look at our screen.
What are they doing now? Talking nonsense. These dudes, like, I don't understand. Who's doing that?
That's Rico. That's 100% Rico.
Oh, and I get his back too.
Juan, I'll tell you what. If you get a Hurrdat tramp,
what's his name again? Why'd you say it like
Juan?
You said it like Stewie.
Like White?
Shane, you can't auto replay that fast, can you? He goes,
Juan.
I'll
be honest. I'm struggling with the voice a little bit this morning.
What's wrong with it?
I'm a little under the weather.
Oh, maybe you had what I had.
It feels
I didn't
like
kiss you. I did rub your back.
That's okay.
I gave you doubt.
I blame it on Shane.
I pulled one of the hairs off your arm.
that was rude.
But I don't think I could give you my germ.
Probably not. I think it's just going around.
What is?
Just this
comes
particular
Justin
illness.
Timberlake?
Goes around, comes back around.
What are you talking about?
What?
That's how you said Juan.
Juan? No, Juan.
No. Just be regular.
Juan.
What?
Juan. T. If you get a
Is that you're working at the call center, Midwestern non-dialect voice?
when I took calls, I was a little higher pitched.
Are we still a big telemarketing spot, Shane?
As far as I know.
Probably.
Are we?
Yeah,
I
well,
don't hear the commercials and stuff anymore. Is there a better way to do that?
I think a lot of people are using AI now.
Damn that AI.
I know, taking jobs.
Yeah. That's going to be another fireball joke.
Easy.
I am very edgy.
Juan, anytime
Stop it.
if you want to get a Hurrdat tramp stamp, I will pay for it.
Who's doing the ink?
I don't know, but if you get a Hurrdat tramp stamp, I will pay for
There's
that.
a place right up the road from headquarters.
It's got to be Hurrdat Sports, though. Hurrdat Sports or Hurrdat Sports Live. Not
I
just.
almost want to say Dragon, but I'm thinking of the movie. What's the tattoo place next to Little King?
There is a place called Dragon Tattoo. I don't think it might be that one.
No, but there is a place?
There is a place called Dragon Tattoo.
Okay,
I've seen
I was
it.
thinking of the movie. I was thinking of Elizabeth.
Yeah. No, that's
a tremendous movie. What now? See, you're easily distracted.
Juan says.
Do you just want to have a conversation? You and Juan can kick it.
He says, Ravi, that's the correct pronunciation. Don't let DB bully you. Juan.
Okay.
Just name it.
It's fine. So do you know how you've known somebody for a while?
Yeah.
And you feel like you should know their name?
Sure.
And it could be wrong, but you don't want to go back and get it.
100%, yeah.
So, Lupe. And it's got to be Lupe, right?
I don't know. That's the only thing you've ever called him to me.
Yeah. So somebody referred to him as Loop the other day, and I'm hoping he's dead wrong.
Oh, that's probably a nickname.
Loop?
Yeah. If you're like, hey, Lupe, and you're like, oh, what up, Loop?
Maybe.
That would be my guess. There's no way. He's Hispanic, I assume. His name's Lupe. Like, that's not out of line.
What do you need? You need
He's
me to verify that?
yes,
Or?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so it's Lupe.
Okay.
I feel pretty safe.
So it's not Enrique?
No. And Richard?
Dick. What?
Yeah, no, I don't. You're probably safe on Lupe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just threw me for
a loop. For a Lupe.
All right, knock it off.
We're
back to talking nonsense.
For a Juan.
Wait, so I have a question.
He said I was right though. What's up?
Who said you were right?
Juan did.
He's Juan. Careful. What rabbit hole did he have me in on like day 2? And I was like, hey, wait a minute, man. I'm too involved with Juan. I need to do something different. He's only like his second day in the stream.
That's true. It's true. He's been on it.
Then I had to cut him off for like 2 days, but then I came back.
He's a little bit of a Scott likes Lupe too. Your neighbor.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm telling you, but I don't hang out enough with Scott. That's the problem. I need to take my dog over there.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of little yippers.
Yeah.
She's not.
She went
to the vet yesterday.
Yeah.
She's 8 pounds 9 ounces.
Well, that's a little thing.
And the vet is guessing anywhere from 15 to 18. She apparently is the runt of the litter.
The what?
I had to do it.
The what?
What?
The what?
I'm gonna need you to knock it off. Shane, so back to hockey. We gonna do the hockey thing or what?
What?
Answer the question, numbnuts.
You can do the hockey thing if you like.
So who are you rocking with?
You
got 2 teams.
No, I only have one team.
Just the Red Wings?
No, the Avs.
Shane, you used to be a Red Wings fan.
Yeah, but that was like 18 years ago.
Oh, God, I hate this.
You love it.
Okay, so which is it? You want the best team in the league, obviously.
It's been the Avs for like 10 years.
No, I understand that, but I don't know how you go from the Red Wings to the Avs.
Because the Red Wings suck.
Suck what?
Through a straw? I get it. Yeah, you're right.
They suck.
Carry on.
Oh, okay.
For the longest time, and they didn't care about their franchise or their organization, and they didn't care to make it better. So I moved on.
You do realize they're atop the Atlantic, though, right?
They are now, yeah. But they weren't.
Are you
10
going to
years
go back to them?
No.
No, because the Avalanche are atop the Central, so
They're ridiculous.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
What happened to my Winnipeg Jets? Why they're in last place?
They're terrible in net.
Okay.
and they've been besieged by injuries. Thank you for asking.
That's tough. That's tough for me. It's been it's a lot of my franchises. Do they have
But they're not. But you're off of them. But
No.
the team that I made you like, well, I did give you the choice.
Yeah, you gave me the choice.
They're not playing very well either.
Who was the other one?
Oh, we have jokes most of the time. Now you forget.
I do forget.
It's the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big original 6 guy.
What a derelict.
Really? I'm a big original 6 guy.
You're a big something, all right. It ain't original 6.
Big Juan guy.
Sure, I'm free.
Dude, is this just all Stewie all the time?
Apparently. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh God.
Hey, I got a lot on my plate, man. I'm learning to use the toilet. I'm learning what shapes are. I spent half an hour laughing at my own feet yesterday.
That sounds like something Shane would do.
Oh yeah.
No, a lot of my franchises right now are besieged by injury.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if Winnipeg is also next to an electrical power station.
Are you rocking with that? Somebody sent me that during the game.
I'm all in.
So, but now I have a guy that is like really mad at me on Twitter.
About what?
Because I said the Niners were good. I think he thinks I like the Niners. His Twitter name is Natrone Means.
Oh, big Chargers guy.
So, and I was like, hey, winning is hard. He's actually fine. I'm like, look, man, I got my own problem. I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I said, it's hard to win in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you should know. You fired a coach after 14 regular season wins. And he was like,
what up, Marty?
Burn.
McFly.
But I wasn't saying it as a burn.
It's just the truth.
Yeah. So
it's the Penn State of the NFL.
I need a sport. You want to give me a sport? We could just go hockey.
Basketball? Go NBA. We haven't talked any NBA.
Well, the Lakers got dusted off by the Kinks last night, so that sucked.
Yeah.
I hate watching the Lakers.
It's hard.
I'm gonna need them to get healthy too.
It's a tough hang.
Why do you care?
Well, I care for your sake because I'm a good friend.
I have something I was chomping at the bit to tell you.
What's that?
And I haven't been rocking with him as much lately. I used to be all in on Colin Cowherd, but I don't know what I binge shows now that I have downtime. I don't watch sports talk as much. I listen. Do you know who Colin Cowherd compared Caleb Williams to?
Oh, I think I made this comparison. I'm assuming you're going to say Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So I made it as a joke, though. So
he was dead serious.
I think,
and I was like, "Oh, I have a dumb friend who thinks that."
I mean, not really. I was
a different friend.
Oh.
I wouldn't call you dumb.
Yeah, you would. And you do frequently. No. So
are you buying that?
No, I'm not.
Because
so Jacob
I get the artistry thing.
Sure, that's a whole other thing, though.
But the whole percentage versus clutch versus doing things off script, I mean, I don't know.
So Jacob said, Padilla, our guy, he said, it's unbelievable to watch.
He's taller than I thought.
Yeah, Jacob's pretty tall.
I don't know why after
all these years.
Double digit. I don't know.
You're just like, whoa.
Well, he got up on the stage right next to me. I was like, he's taller. He's significantly taller.
Yeah, he's like 6'1". He's tall.
Huh.
But he posted on Twitter, he goes, I can't believe Caleb Williams made that throw, the one on 4th down, after missing like 5 routine, whatever. And I said, yeah, it'd be like if Steph Curry shot like 60% from the free throw line. Like, that's the comparison. It's like, yes, you have the artistry of it, but there is none of the consistency of it. So it's a terrible comparison, Colin. Don't do that.
He's pretty clutch.
That's fine.
Look, it's Joe Good. He said he's a poopy quarterback. Joe Good, you're usually good-natured. That doesn't sound like the SHITTY world does not sound like something that he would say. Oh, my man. See, I like the fact. See, BP's back rocking with us, too.
He said, I love the fact that Caleb doesn't care about his completion percentage. Allows him to make right plays. I would like him to care a little bit more.
I'm liking Jose better by the day.
With that finger color stuff. The difference is
paint your nails. I don't give a damn.
I don't either. That's kind of like the Matt Rule backwards hat thing. It's like I don't think he'd complete the routine passes if he didn't paint his nails.
He did it because people carry on about it.
Yeah,
it's not that it was one.
Now he's like, now he's being petty about it, which I can appreciate.
Everybody loves a good petty.
The problem is I really need I'm really more of a Tom than a Richard guy. Personally.
Yeah, Aaron, I agree. They have multiple good goalies too. They've got
who?
The Avs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's.
You think they can send one of them to my Winnipeg Jets?
Are you Are you off Toronto?
No, I'm gonna stay on Toronto. I'm not gonna be like Shane. I'm not gonna root for two teams at the same time.
That would be like me waking up tomorrow, Shane, because the Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2017, and saying I like the Ravens. I was gonna use Dallas, but they don't win in the playoffs either.
They don't win either. Yeah,
but like who does that? I mean, I'm sure you have your reasons, but
I do have my reasons.
It's pretty stupid.
No,
you can't. You can't just like a rival.
It's a total.
And here's the funny thing. I asked him to cheer. I said, "Hey, Shane, how about a little good karma? Just cheer for the Steelers with me tonight." Why not, Shane? It's not like his 1978 AFC Championship game.
Now,
so you don't want to like the Steelers because you like the Raiders, but you can like the Avs when you used to like the Red Wings? Make it make sense.
Now, 5 years ago, I didn't care about the rivalry because you're the one that brought the rivalry back up like a year ago.
Because it was a television series on ESPN, and I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, but you brought the rivalry back up, and you ingrained it in me not to like the Steelers.
So you care about that rivalry that's further in the past more than you do about the Avs Red Wings rivalry.
Oh, I love that rivalry.
But how do you like both teams?
I don't. Screw the Red Wings.
He said, "DB, are we moving on from Mike T?" I can't, Zach. I can't.
You can't quit him?
No.
Do you think they should?
Why are you asking me hard stuff this early? I'm fresh off the stinging loss. How do you know I'm not emotional in my feels?
Because typically you don't do that. Also, I
hate how you're super pragmatic sometimes. You're such a sucker.
I think you knew what this Steelers team was.
Yeah, I don't really want you to psychoanalyze me at this particular juncture. You can save that for maybe the break or something.
Okay.
Because
you're usually very practical about where your teams are.
Yeah, I am. It would just be nice if they had somebody taking snaps that I actually could cheer for.
And then you'd have a better feel on what to do with Tomlin?
Yes.
That's fair.
I feel like
it's almost impossible to evaluate a head coach without a functional quarterback.
So that's the thing was that to my response to Zach. If I did feel like Amazing Daniel had the funniest text last night, but I was not feeling
Not having it?
He's like, basically, because I think a couple weeks ago, I was like, damn, Amazing Daniel was one of the few Steelers guys I didn't hear from, or during the Ravens game.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a funny joke about drunk texting and stuff.
Oh, yeah. He said, yeah, I had a few too many.
Last night, yeah. So I was like, fudge, I want to laugh, but I ain't going to bed for another 4 hours, so I think I'm just going to pout. It's hard. I feel like he's polishing a turd.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. Now, do you hardball that thing and you're like, give him the Ziggy? No, I don't think so.
But you're not out.
No.
Okay.
No.
You need him to find a real quarterback, though.
I just don't know how. They have to make a move.
Yeah. They're going to have to be aggressive.
Like they do their front office is not going to stand pat, I don't think.
Yeah.
They have gotten busy the last couple of years with this new front office.
It is weird though. I mean, it seems like they've been sort of searching and not particularly after Ben Roethlisberger retired, like they've sort of had some missteps trying to figure out the quarterback spot.
You mean drafting Kenny Pickett? Like what?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you mean sort of?
Okay, so I was trying to be gracious.
Since when?
Just this very moment. This is the first time I tried it. I'm not
answer because
I am not.
That did not suit you.
I'm not a fan.
I like me.
Speaking of which, we'll talk to him today.
I did my nice deed for the week, calling a fourth grade girls basketball game. Like, we're all out. That's all we got. That's all we had. We had one shot. Much like Eminem. You only have one shot. That was it.
Oh.
No, like I do wonder, like they might be aggressive. Do you lose any confidence in their ability to actually figure out the quarterback spot?
Well, they would be like, I don't know,
99% of the
league.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I heard something the other day and I thought it was really interesting. And amazingly enough, it was about our guy, Jacob Quesadilla's quarterback or coach is LaFleur.
Oh, yeah.
And they were making the case on why the Pac should keep LaFleur. And the comment was, if your head coach could get a job tomorrow with half of the league, you probably ought to keep that coach.
So the Harbaugh rule. Basically.
I think it pertains to LaFleur, too.
I agree.
And I know it pertains to Tomlin.
For sure. Yes.
But that doesn't make so
that's not always true though.
That's
not always true.
I get the that's kind of a cool little benchmark, but sometimes you just need to do something different. I'm not rocking with that with the Steelers right now.
That's fine. I'm not saying they should.
I mean, did you not see their quarterback in the pocket? Sometimes it was messy, but it wasn't like I need to fall down because the wind picked up bad.
So the one that I think it was in the red zone where he was there was not only a clean pocket, but even as it started to collapse after several seconds, there were lanes to get out, and he just stood there and let his linemen run into it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are we doing?
He fell over old boy's leg?
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
That was
I contemplated.
That looked like an old man playing quarterback.
I contemplated turning the television off.
Yeah. Like it looked like an old man playing quarterback.
But every time I turn the TV off, I turn it right back on. But I haven't really been in the habit of doing it since I started streaming because it takes too long to get back to where I want to be.
Yeah, I got you. You got to like
navigate. Fudge, man, it's a full minute 30 since I turned it off.
Maybe you need the break. You need a little breather.
Since when do you encourage anybody?
All the time. It's the main part of my personality, DB.
Yeah, Ravi, the great exhorter.
Encouragement.
Yeah,
I'm a exalter. No, it's too bad because like early on, the defense was really giving you a shot because C.J. Stroud was also playing poopy.
Yeah, he couldn't throw it in the goddamn ocean
or hold on to it. Apparently,
to turn Nico Collins and I don't know how the Texans do it. Now I will say this. I am happy for DeMeco Ryans because I do feel like there was a portion of the Texans fan base when they were kind of on the struggle bus, winning ugly, and I do feel like DeMeco was unfairly being criticized.
I agree. I would agree.
So I am a big DeMeco Ryans guy, but I just want a quarterback.
I do think he has to figure out a way, whether it's offensive coordinator, quarterback coaches, whatever. He does have to figure out a way to get better out of C.J. Stroud.
Amazing Daniel, tell me more, as my friend DJ Rezak would say. Tell me more. Fit matters, and fit can change. Tell me more.
I think that's right. I don't have a great football example. Well, I do have a good football example.
That's a nice watch. Is it a knockoff? I'm sorry if I'm putting you on front.
I don't know what a knockoff is. It wasn't expensive.
That's a pretty watch.
Yeah, I thought
I don't wear watches, so it got my attention.
I thought it looked cool. I don't know.
You're a big watch guy?
I'm starting to be. I think they look nice.
Oh.
I don't like spending that much money on them, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That'll probably be the last one for a little. But because I feel like I've complimented you a few too many times here in the last 2 months.
So like twice.
Well, I did it. There's a nice beard comment. And I said your hair was whipped nicely.
Whipped? Sorry, you can't say whipped. My bad. Please continue.
Is it anything that gives you the W vibes? Because I think you think Juan is like W-A-N-D, and it's not. It's just Juan.
Yes, Juan.
No, it's not. Stop it. God, you laugh like a...
At a certain point, I just think it's. I can't hear you, DB. It's hard to hear you with your.
I had to get that out.
Oh, okay.
It was like hurting my sternum.
It was burbling up.
Like Charlie Brown's teacher.
What is this?
That's one of the dudes dancing.
Oh, okay. You did show me that video. That was really funny.
You're all out.
What'd I do?
How did you not know?
Know what?
Oh God.
It was funny just to see you do this.
Can I get back to the Tomlin coaching situation?
What do we got about Tomlin?
You giggle. You're cackling like a school child.
Yeah, it's funny.
Wait, it's 2026. I can say schoolgirl. I don't have to be worried about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bill and Chris pull up.
I mean, we've said worse.
School person. It's a school person.
A lot worse.
All right, that's true.
Like aggressive.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
Aggressively worse. Today, we've said worse.
Today?
To this day?
Oh, speaking of which, it's Wyatt.
It's Agent Wyatt, is what he said.
Yeah, that agent thing almost cost me.
Agent?
Long story. Long time ago, former life.
Okay.
Former life.
You gotta be careful with agents.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to intimate. And
Yeah.
apparently some people didn't think I said gents.
Oh.
I said shins.
Oh, yeah. You gotta
And
be
I said,
careful.
no, this particular coach does not hate a
Particular group of
shins.
Yeah.
It's gents.
agents.
Correct.
I think a lot of coaches hate agents.
Oh, it's even more prevalent now.
Oh, I'm sure. Because now more coaches have to deal with them.
Yeah, you can't even really talk to players. You talk to handlers of handlers, and then I'll get my representatives back to you.
Which I'm sure what could go wrong there.
Nothing when you're dealing with 18 to 29-year-old kids now.
Yeah.
Some oldies.
Oldies but goodies.
Some oldies playing ball.
Who's the kid from Green Bay that was like in like the Navy? Wisconsin, Green Bay?
Yeah.
And he's literally 29 years old playing college basketball.
Yeah.
That's like the one exception I'll make. If you were in the military, I'm cool.
So by the way, everybody realizes like Gottlieb turned that thing around, right?
Yeah, well, he quit doing his podcast.
Okay, Matt Rule hater. You might be the dumbest person I work with.
Well, I'm about the only person you work with.
No, there's two yahoos that do the screen stuff. There's Shane.
What about your coaches?
What about them?
Where do I rank on that list?
Of dummies?
Yeah.
Jernigan's one.
I would say Jernigan.
And then you probably.
Queen.
No, Queen's not dummy. He's just mean.
Okay. So I'm a dummy and mean?
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah, Queen's not dumb.
Just mean.
He's just
mean-spirited.
Antisocial.
The
Jernigan is a ding dog. I tried to ask this dude a simple question Sunday.
Jernigan?
I'm gonna show you the text strand. And I just want you to know what I deal with.
All right.
He intentionally gave me the runaround about a cut of deer meat.
Big venison guy?
He is.
Yeah.
I wanted to know because I have part of the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just regular, standard, basic question. You would have thought I was asking this dude to solve pie. And he knew I was getting frustrated, so he just piled on. Yeah, it's very frustrating.
I don't know anybody that would do anything like that.
What, salt pie?
That was pretty funny, Shane. That was a good one. Dan Coyote says Signetti went on a media tour last year during the season. I thought people wanted Signetti.
Are we back on this again? Hey, by the way, JD, Coach Manning is on at 8.
Oh, he doesn't want to talk about wrestling today. He wants to talk about Jordan Seaton.
But his first thing was Husker wrestling.
Oh, did he say it already?
That's always going to be the first thing he says.
David says, edify, Damon. Come on.
No. Well, I try. I like the edification thing. It just doesn't. It's just not. We're like something is. I try for it to be. Edifying.
You know what it sounds like.
Do tell.
Sounds like you're letting other people control your actions. Which
I don't
know.
It's a Macho Man Savage moment.
That doesn't really sound like a DB
Do you
thing.
think I could support my weight? Because I want to see if I could jump all the way over here and crush you on this table.
It's not really a rope, but it might.
Shay, do you think that thing would support my weight?
Yeah, give it a try.
We only need it. We only need it for a couple more weeks.
Dude said give it a try.
I know. I think he's mad at me today too. I didn't even do anything today.
Dude, that's a good 8 feet broad jump.
That'd be a long jump still.
And this table,
I'll say the table 100% would not support your weight.
Well, I would get.
Well, don't they?
Beyond that.
Aren't those tables collapsible anyway? I mean, they normally jump in the middle of them, and they just.
I wish they would collapse because they sure do get in the way.
These ones don't collapse. They're in sections, so that might hurt for you. Might be rough for your boy.
You know what's rough?
What's that?
Every 6 minutes seeing a Steelers headline on every television, even though they're on 3 different channels. Well, 2 different channels. Why did you put this one on the same channel? Are you still operating as though I can't see it?
100%, yeah.
But I can see it.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
I thought you were used to it, though. I mean,
again, another Ravian moment. Damn the facts. It's what I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I can clearly see the television.
Only when you turn around and stop looking at the show we're doing.
Have you not sat next to you? I need to give myself a break.
So look over there. Look at that one.
Are we keeping Tomlin? You better keep Tomlin.
I think you probably should.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
I think it's it's you go back to the point of the LaFleur point. If half the league would try and hire your coach the day after he was fired, maybe not the best move to fire him.
I'm kind of feeling like amazing Dano. Do you want Tomlin out?
That's sort of the vibe I was getting.
I kind of think
With
so
fit can
too.
change.
He gets impatient though.
I would say people get impatient. I don't get the sense with Tomlin.
Although 8 years of not winning in the playoffs is probably not impatient.
I don't get the sense with Tomlin that it's like we need a new voice. So I think it's just impatience, if I'm being honest.
You need a new quarterback.
For sure. But that's a whole other thing. Like, that's not really on Tomlin. This happened with the 49ers when they had the other Harbaugh with Jim. And you could tell, like, his thing was wearing thin. Like, his act was wearing thin, and people were just over it. And
I thought that was more the front office, though.
It was.
I mean,
but that matters.
He appears like he's quirky.
Super quirky. And I think he used to, before the Michigan stint, I think he was even more kind of high-strung than he is now. Like, I think as he's aged, it's sort of ramped down a little. But I don't, like, I was okay with it at the time, even though he was highly successful and the 49ers had come off not a great run before him. So I sort of get it in that sense, but it was pretty obvious, I thought at the time, that it wasn't going the direction you wanted it to. I don't know if that's the case with Tomlin.
There is no way. My man said Tomlin out, Harbaugh in. Absolutely not.
You wouldn't want him, or they just wouldn't do it?
Let me be clear.
Okay.
You're not going to get it. Yes, you will. It would be the equivalent to cheering for Ohtani as a Dodger.
Just because you disliked the franchise he came from so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's just not, just doesn't seem like an us guy. Listen, I cheer for Ohtani.
Yeah. You don't love it.
And I want to win, so I would rock with her. But if you give me my choice, I don't.
Is there a guy you would want? Like, have you thought about that?
No.
You haven't even gotten to that point.
It's hard to be. So the guys that I would want already have jobs.
Well, yeah, sure. But, like, I'm trying to get a picture of your archetype of a type of guy you would want.
I want Harbaugh qualities.
Okay.
Consistent.
Just not a guy that has coached for the Ravens for 18 years.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, my man. Yesterday he calls me special. Today he calls me delusional. Do you wonder why I like Kobe? I wonder why I like Kobe.
I wonder why you like most of the people. You're like, oh, he's a good guy. I wonder almost every time. When you say someone's a good guy, that's almost an immediate indictment. Because if you have to, not because of your judgment, if you have to tell me he's a good guy, it's usually because they've done something that I don't like. And now I'm like, oh, here comes the good piece of cheese.
What's delusional? That I don't want to cheer for Harbaugh?
Yeah, you're not saying he's not a good coach. It's just, I get it. No, it's fine.
Would you rather be special or delusional?
Delusional. For sure.
If you had to function at a decent level?
Yeah, 100%. You can function with a certain amount of delusion.
Why is it delusional that I don't want to cheer for a Raven?
So back in the day,
if Brian Sipe was ever a Steeler, I would throw up in my mouth.
Does it matter if they finish the contract out or not for coach?
No.
It'd be like, here's an example.
It'd be like,
I'm coming to your rescue.
It'd be like Casey Jones coming to coach the Lakers. I would have a fit. And he's black.
You don't want Larry Bird to coach the Lakers?
I would actually prefer.
I would love Larry Bird if he was coaching the Lakers. He was a good coach too. He was a good coach of the Pacers.
I mean, no disrespect to Casey. I just hated the Celtics at his peak. Sorry about that.
Wow. Don't want the black coach for the Lakers. Wow.
No,
Immediately in on Larry Bird.
We tried that once, and we just ran that yahoo out of there before he went to Sacramento and some other pit stops. We had Mike Clown, remember?
Immediately in on Larry Bird, but out on Casey Jones. Interesting.
Or not. I see what you're trying to do.
No.
Juan, there's no set. Yes, there is. Limburger. There's little pieces of stinky cheese, but that's not. I don't want to cheer for a Raven.
No, it's like if back in the day, if Joe Torre had been in the running for like the Red Sox manager job, I'd be like, absolutely not. I don't care how good he is at his job. Just I don't want that at all.
Yeah.
So I understand what you mean.
I mean, with Billy Martin and Tommy Lasorda, like no.
Like Joe Torre, unequivocally a better manager than Grady Little was.
I felt, you know what, Kobe? Now that I've talked about it,
Yeah.
I feel like delusional was a little harsh. I would have owned special. I don't even know what I said yesterday. It was special.
Ain't that special?
I don't listen.
I was just helping you out.
You get mad at Kobe. Now you're vibing with him.
I'll be honest.
And what's so funny?
Kobe swings from like back and forth on.
He's an opportunist. So
yes,
I
he's
was
an opportunist.
explaining him to a couple of my buddies a couple weeks ago. Kobe is an opportunist.
He is, which I can appreciate.
He rocks with all Huskers, but he is an opportunist.
Let's get to Derek from Alliance. He usually has good calls. Maybe he can save the show this morning.
Save you.
We've got him on line one here. Derek, what's going on, buddy?
Hey guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Derek. Am I delusional?
Well, the definition of delusional is a fixed false belief that you cannot change.
A fixed false belief that you cannot change.
You just have that in the old lexicon, bud.
I like that.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, it's pretty."
So delusional would be like you always, whenever you turn on the radio, they're always talking to you, like that sort of thing. Or another, I don't know, because one of the other delusional things, when you get the trying the same thing with different results, expecting different results, like if you just keep buying a different pair of readers and expecting you to be able to read the chat.
Oh God,
I like Derek a lot. That's a good call.
I may have to kick him out of the nest.
No, that was pretty good. That's a really good example, Derek. Thank you.
Of course, you think that's good. I think I'd rather be special.
Asian Wyatt says Tupac is alive, not delusional at all.
Yeah. Now that's true, though. Let's knock it off, you guys.
Derek, what's
what's up, buddy? Nice reader's blast. Jeez, that was very stealthy,
I really
too.
The picture of you with the binoculars, I thought that was really good.
I try to joke with my team, and it ends up being the photo they use, and then they say, "Well, that's on you. That's your fault. You did it." And I was like, I was playing to lighten the mood. It didn't mean that you guys had to use that picture. It's fine.
Yeah,
Derek.
I thought you were trying to figure out where the camera was.
Okay. Okay. It's fine. Oh, it's so funny.
All right, here's the question though. Did you see the Signetti story about how much on-field practice time they use?
Yeah, hour 45 and an hour 30. Yeah, it's alarming.
Yeah. So I think that's interesting compared. I can't remember when you're talking about this, but when you're trying to figure out whether the mental prep was more important than the physical prep.
Yep.
It's clear that he thinks it's the mental prep, with the kind of the side bonus of being fresh for the physical stuff all the time.
Yeah, I would love to watch it because I would guess, D, that it's probably a fairly efficient, intense hour 45. Because the value of a practice isn't in the time; it's what you do within the time, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm guessing that I can't remember which coach we had was doing like, we're just going to get as many reps in as we can and then review the video later and not try to correct on the field. I'm guessing that's maybe part of it also.
So
I don't know.
Who are you taking, Miami or Indiana?
I think Indiana hasn't shown anything that tells me that they're going to lose. But I have I have a bowl pick'em that, and the ESPN did it. The winner of this bowl, whatever. You're not picking the exact team, and that one I think I picked Ohio State to win. So I have Miami technically.
Gotcha.
All right,
but I think Indiana's going to win.
So you used to be my favorite. That has been surpassed by everybody else. After this call this morning, Derek. So I appreciate that being at my expense. I feel special.
You're shooting to the top of my list, though, Derek.
Yeah, you gotta be a little bit, I don't know, well-rounded.
Yeah,
I think
I'm definitely that. I'm more like Teflon.
Appreciate the call, Derek.
Thanks, D.
Yeah, no, it is interesting.
Dank said delusional is defending 48-hour shrimp.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those.
You remind me of this one guy that I used to work with. He spoke something into existence, and everybody just believed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at no point did I ever like Nickelback. Never.
Okay.
Never. But it became a thing.
Okay.
It wasn't 48 hours.
It was like 36, though.
I'm going to do the math for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm here.
Okay. I ate it roughly about 5:40
the first time
on a Saturday.
Okay.
Or a Sunday.
Okay. Sunday, 5:40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not refrigerate it.
Okay. On the stove.
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked at it and ate off of it about 7:15ish the next day without it ever being in the fridge.
So that's about 26 hours.
It is not 48. It is not like it was getting ready to have bugs crawling out.
Did you eat it at all on Tuesday? So you had it on Monday.
Yeah, but remember, the only reason I told you about the pizza was because I said, hey, I refrigerated it on the next day. And you go, you waited to refrigerate it to the next night? And I go, yeah.
So
I didn't want to eat the rest of it.
Let me make sure I got the timeline. 5:40 Sunday.
Yep.
7:15 Monday. So about 26 hours, legitimately, you let it sit out and then you ate it, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then did you eat it again before you refrigerated it?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. 7:15,
after the 7:15.
No, so after I cut it in half, I put it in the fridge.
So guys, it's 26 hours, not 48.
I feel like you're saying that, so it's still stupid.
That's
kind of the delivery I just got with that.
That's accurate. Letting shrimp sit out for 26 hours is still very bad.
I'm going to need you at some point. I swear to goodness, I'm being serious here.
Okay.
I think your delivery sucks.
You've mentioned that.
That is accurate.
It's the congestion, that's all. I may have taken some cough syrup this morning, DB. I don't know.
Apparently the chat's on PCP too, because everybody's all in, and it started with Kobe. I mean, even Austin is a free-for-all. If Derek's call would have been in chat, DB wouldn't have been able to read it. I have glasses. I mean,
the reader's call was funny.
He set that up pretty.
He did. It was the setup because I did not see it coming. Yeah. That was a good one.
Even I wanted to laugh.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's fine.
That was pretty good.
We're not gonna go have any rest. And I legit have to go out there.
Oh, do you to Alliance?
That way because Mike Petco has a car deal. He has car dealerships.
Okay.
And we're trying to work something out for Caleb.
Oh yeah. Got to get those NIL deals going.
Yeah, we need to have Petco on.
Yeah, what's he doing?
So he has a bunch of small car dealerships. So I'm in Vegas, and we just gotten back from practice, and
oh man, that is out there.
Alliance,
yeah,
it's far. It's 6 and some change.
Yeah, that's like we're up in the Panhandle, almost.
Yeah, what is that? It's got to be. I looked at it a couple times. I was
it's right by Carhenge.
Yeah,
not that I've been there, but I've heard of it.
So the closest I've been to the handle would be Binkelman.
Binkelman? Where's Binkelman at? It's a full 6.5.
Yeah, I looked at it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it wouldn't be vacation, but he said there were some good restaurants, and I needed a break.
Yeah.
I knew it was 6 and some change. But anyway.
I think the closest I've been to the Panhandle is McCook.
Oh, I've been there
A couple times. I played in a 3-on-3 tournament there.
Yeah, I think McCook is the closest I've been out to the Panhandle.
So I see this guy, kind of fit, but he's got a white Nebraska zip up, and you know how I'm jealous of anybody that can wear
about the white,
except when you wear it.
Yeah, then
I've
it
never
sucks.
commented that it looked nice. It looks terrible on you, especially with your complexion. But he had on like this cowboy hat, these jeans and boots, but the zip up was sweet. So I'm like, So I took a peek out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know him. So I walked over to him, and I was like, hey, anybody that can rock a cowboy hat in Nebraska gear in Vegas has got to be a great former player. And he just chuckled in his seat, and it was Petco.
Oh, nice.
So, like, we just hit it off.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to take a roadie.
Oh, so you hadn't met him until Vegas.
So funny story.
Yeah.
I'm probably a bigger he knows all, the show, the whole nine.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, love this and love that. I was like, this is crazy because like growing up, I wanted to wear neck rolls in high school because of guys like you and Eric Dickerson.
Nice.
I was like,
so you had kind of admired from afar. He had admired
forever.
and he had admired from afar
Yes,
the other way. That's
yes.
funny.
So it was like
that's kind of nice when
it was like
works out that
campfire
way.
and s'mores.
Yeah.
And it was funny because he got into a little incident with going to the airport with a gun.
Oh, yeah.
And Sty was telling me this funny story about, did you hear about Petco trying to get to Vegas and this, that, and the other? And he's apparently so cool.
Yeah.
Like good-natured in where he does all the business.
Mm-hmm.
The sheriff went to the airport and got the gun and told him he could pick it up when he came back.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Right?
Got people looking out for you. That's nice.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
You just forgot.
I mean, it happens.
I'm
not being like, so legitimately, this is a real story. I flew, and I look like I do, so keep that in mind. I flew. I had gone to a buddy's house I think it was Evan's house.
I got a question.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
How do you look?
Like a lot of people that are on posters around there. Especially at the time. So
is this white Evan or black Evan?
Was he
cornrowed up?
Not at the time, but I feel like he was transitioning. I was at his house and somebody had given me.
That hurt my heart.
I did. This is a wild ride here.
You said, and I look like I do.
You know, I'm imagining there's less of a reputation for people that look like Mike.
All right.
And so I had done Amish Christmas with him and his family.
Of course.
And so somebody had.
I mean, why not land at the old Amish Christmas?
Well, his family is, they're from Arthur, Illinois. It's a big Amish community. So,
do I even ask what's an Amish Christmas?
It's just a Christmas amongst the Amish. There wasn't anything like particularly Amish about it. We didn't like ride in a buggy or anything. We did get stuck behind a couple though on the way there.
Do you have to make all your gifts?
No, I did. No, these were bought. These were purchased. It looks like. And one of the gifts that I received was a pocket knife. But I was flying from there to Houston to my sister's house for actual Christmas, for Protestant Christmas, not Amish Christmas. And I forgot that I had just put the pocket knife in my backpack. And so I like went through security with my backpack and there was a pocket knife in there and like it was a whole thing. And I was like, you guys can have it. I was like, I don't even know the people that gave it to me. It was my buddy's grandma. Like, I don't, you guys, but it does happen. My point is you just forget stuff is in there. Cause I'm like super diligent about what goes in my bag. Cause again, I look like I do, but even to me, it has happened. So I understand what you were saying about Mike and the firearm. I'm glad the sheriff was there looking out for him. That's all I got.
Kill Jam has a question.
Cal Jam, what's your question, bud? That's a DB question.
Why?
Well, because I don't have the authority to make those decisions.
God, I can't stand.
If you were like, hey, if I ate some butter paneer, do I get into the Indian community? Like, then I would have the authority to make some decisions.
Incredible.
But Evan says, I'm telling Nana you lost your pocket knife. I didn't lose it, Evan. It was confiscated by the TSA.
Wow.
That is a different thing.
Shout out Mike Petco.
Shout out Mike. Happens to the best of us, buddy.
Wait, so am I rocking with Kel Jam again or not?
I don't know.
I was before he was in the chat. I just talked about him.
Bender. Oh, that's a good poll. Bronson Arroyo, adopted black? Question mark?
No, so I told you, he's funny.
Yeah, I was a big Bronson Arroyo guy.
I was. Remember, I did the whole banner Christmas when I first saw him in the chat.
Yeah.
Smoke him up.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful.
We should take a break here. We got to get to Mark Manning, the head wrestling coach.
Talk about a lane swerve.
Your University of Nebraska Cornhuskers. That is DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's great. My respect for coaches is off the charts. I think he's not only one of the great coaches in our game, but he's one of the great people in the game. You know, he's humble, he works hard. So many of these guys, young guys, I mean, I'm 73, but so many of these young guys think that they invented the game. Here's a guy that really, really knows the game. His offense is beautiful to watch. He makes great adjustments, but he's also a humble, great guy who you root for all the time. And I'm going to hate to see him go. If he is going, I wish he could stay in the game 2 or 3 more years, because the game needs people like him, humble, hardworking guys that flat out know the game. He's great. I think he's I got to know him just in the last year and a half, and he's one of my favorite coaches in the game.
I think I know it's just missing shots. Lots of respect to the Nebraska Post. I think, something that I really try to focus on is just being more aggressive, and I thought the first half I could have been a lot more aggressive and getting deeper seals, so credit to them. They did a good job of kind of making it tough for me in the beginning by shoving me out, but I don't know. I think the second half I just came out a little bit differently and just kind of refused to get pushed out the paint, so I think made my finishes a lot easier.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Being good in all three positions, being good on our feet and being good on bottom and top. And, that might sound boring, but at the end of the day, that's how you win national titles. Everyone wants to win it by, taking the other guy down 8 times, but that ain't going to happen most matches. It's going to be decided, can you get off bottom? And then can you ride someone? Can you turn someone? And we want to be good, on our feet and good on top and bottom. So really just emphasizing those points and really get our guys to focus in on the details, and then we'll be in good shape.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Mark Manning, the wrestling coach for the University of Nebraska. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing well, guys. Thanks for having us on.
Coach, it's been a whirlwind, but you look up, it's been a little ebb and flow. You're trying to get healthy, but 4th in duels, 6th in tournament ranks, 8-3. Like, you typically ramp up. How are you feeling about kind of how you're positioned at this stage of the season?
Yeah, we're on a really good trajectory. I think our team has wrestled well here these last 3 weeks or so, and training's been going great, and our health is good. That's the big thing at this time of the year. As you know, it's keeping everyone healthy and moving in the right direction. So I really like where our momentum is, and we just got super young men on our team, man. It's really a pleasure to coach them.
Coach, you brought up your health there a little bit. You go out and challenge yourselves early. You got national duels where you're going up against the who's who of college wrestling. How important is it to balance getting good results early versus trying to make sure you're in the place you want to be as you come down the stretch here?
Yeah, I think people can get caught up in winning everything. We would love to be 18-0 at the end of the year and win a Big Ten title regular season, and then but really, our sport comes down to March. You have to be great in March, and it's kind of like this NFL playoffs. Whether you're 12-5 or 9-7, right?
Yeah.
Upsets happen, and so it's really building toward the end, and we have tough challenges along the way. So there's a good barometer to judge. Hey, does this guy need more of this, or he needs to clean up this area, and that's the fascinating part of my job. I get to do each and every day to figure out that puzzle to get all our coaching staff working in the right direction with the guys that we have, and that's the job at hand. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's a great challenge. Obviously, we got a lot coming up, a gauntlet of duels here starting this Friday, and going for the next 3 weeks or so, and all the way through Big Ten season. So you're really judged really on improvement and keeping our guys developing through that process. Win or lose, it's about what you're giving and how much that maybe you have more in the tank to give, and getting them to believe in that.
Coach, it's interesting, for those that maybe have never been to a ton of wrestling matches or in a lot of different environments, I think it's one of the few sports at the collegiate level. Women's volleyball is one that comes to mind, where what you see on television is pretty close to the electricity in arenas. It is televised well. When you take your guys on the road to some historically tough places in the Big Ten Conference, are you getting a sense of kind of your team's temperament and how they embrace the environment, or do you just kind of do what you do regardless of if you're at home or away?
Yeah, you do. I've made this mistake in the past, not to maybe our guys aren't mentally ready to go in certain times, and one or two guys are not quite up to speed, and they get caught sleeping. But like you mentioned, you in the Big Ten, there are no easy matches, and so we'll go to Minnesota here this week, and that'll be a big environment. They've got a history of winning national championships, and their fan base expects them to be great, and so it's a great challenge. They're going to have a competitive team, and it's going to be a war. And then obviously next weekend will be really epic for us, having both Iowa and then, both Iowa and Ohio State are teams that are ranked ahead of us, and Ohio State already beat us this year. So, yeah, so it's going to be fun.
Coach, it's interesting. I just knowing your personality, watching you for so long, you'll never pass up the opportunity for a teachable moment. Obviously, with the news that happened with AJ this weekend, it just you kind of getting you seem like the type of guy that with your program and your staff, you'll use it as a learning opportunity to kind of galvanize everybody else. You're a next man up. You're a total team guy. The pieces have to be, where they fit in terms of doing the right thing. Like, how are you use this as a moment to kind of galvanize these guys moving forward to get your ultimate goal, which is to compete for national championships?
Yeah, great, Damon. Great question. This, the situation with AJ is a little fluid right now. We're he got released yesterday, and we're working through the details of making sure he gets that warrant that he had out for his arrest is getting it off down to a misdemeanor, which that's getting worked through today, and so he'll be back in action. But people 18 to 23 make mistakes, and that's about growing up and learning how to be your best when a lot of people have eyeballs on you. So the people forget no one's perfect out there. People make mistakes, and AJ's a high profile guy, and it's unfortunate, but you just got to deal with it, and you got to make it teachable, like you mentioned. I mean, these guys are not perfect, and none of us are perfect. Yeah. So these are teachable moments to say, you're on a team, and there's a lot of eyeballs on you, and the stakes are high, and we brought AJ in, and everyone knows, he's got a little bit of a checkered past. He's a great young man. People know his heart, know the real AJ. The people that, haters are never gonna like him. So you kind of deal with all that with the world. That's how the real world works. Some people are going to like you, and some people are going to have a little bit more compassion for you. And so AJ made a mistake and didn't follow up on something. And, this is real life things you deal with.
It's so cool. And I think they think with me and you in this program, it's just kind of a wrestling thing, but you have these attributes that I really like, whether it's kind of how you carry yourself, how you are with other people, the mentoring. You've had a lot of difficult, not difficult, you had a lot of challenging wrestlers in your program. It could be anything from, dealing with family deaths to, academics to,
like you're just a caregiver by nature. Your team has to kind of look at you in moments like this, maybe as kind of a rallying point and saying, you know what, this is kind of who we are. And this is who we do. It's almost like you've embraced this kind of shepherding as your team grows as well, which kind of is that why you guys get better as this? I don't know. Like you can provide the insight. If you kind of know what I'm saying, like it just seems like it's more your calling since you've been the steward of this program.
Yeah, we've developed that through the years, Damon. I think a little bit of just the edge about our team. And I think our guys have done a good job of embracing, sometimes, people doubt us, whether it's in rankings, different individual rankings. And, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I used to be, all about that. I was, you get upset about so-and-so being ranked or our team not getting enough, enough love. But at the end of the day, none of that bothers me anymore. And I think our team's taken on that identity that really doesn't matter. We're getting better each and every day, and we focus on the moment more than, whether someone's ranked 6th or 2nd. And so, I think
you leave that to us to cry about in the seedings when I'm looking at like, how are these guys on the same side of the, it's like,
yes. Oh yeah.
And you're just like, DB, it's fine.
You're going to have to beat somebody good anyway. You're going to have to beat somebody good.
Eventually go through the gauntlet.
Yeah. You got to beat someone good, and so we try to take that, perspective and instill it on our team and know that, in life, sometimes people are going to doubt you and you got to show it. You got to show it. And we teach our guys that you got to be able to perform. And, it's like, in the practice room, part of our, who the varsity guy is, and not just about wrestle off. It's about, hey, are you going to show up every day?
Interesting.
It's about accountability. You are you going to, what kind of body language you're going to bring to practice? Everyone can be about it the game day. Hey, if I was running out of the football field, I've said 90,000 fans, who wouldn't be jacked up? But, right?
Yeah, wrestling's a lot like football too, where your time spent practicing, the time actually in competitive matches is, you got to either be all in or you're going to find yourself being mostly out.
That's right. 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, are you going to show up? What's the energy going to bring then? Everyone knows that Saturday you're ready for the football game, but it's throughout the week, are you going to bring it? And that's being elite. And so we talk about what elite is. And so, it's important. And I think our guys have really embraced that.
Coach, you brought something up earlier, and then you mentioned this word again in focus. And wrestling, much like football, we were actually talking about this earlier, a split second where you lose focus can be incredibly costly to your outcomes. How do you, I guess it's a very simple question, probably not an easy answer though. How do you coach that for guys to be able to stay locked in from moment to moment, to not have that momentary lapse of focus that can cost them?
Yeah, we just try to practice it. We try to practice, whether it's, short goes or situational wrestling. And we practice it. We tell them, listen, you're going to be in this situation. How are you going to react? How are you going to respond? Are you going to, you're going to hang your head when you get taken down late, or are you going to fight like an animal? And we practice it. And so I think that's something that, over the course of my career here, we've got better at it, and not let our guys, freak out, be their best in big moments. And, Christopher Mento last year, was down points in the quarterfinals and nationals.
Oh yeah.
And got an escape and a takedown with 18 seconds left.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't freak out. He could have hung his head and got beat. And man, what a, so we've had a lot of guys do that. And,
listen, Coach, I've seen 8-0 go to down 10-8, right? As you last year.
Yeah.
So it is that situation. That's interesting because situationally it's always something, right? Down 2-0 with 30 seconds, up 8-0, trying not to get stalled. Like just the way that the rules have changed in terms of scoring and how quickly you can mount points versus everything now is debated whether you're stalling or not. Like it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, it has. And, 3-point takedowns and near fall points, man, you can make up a lot of ground quick. And so you can't give up. You can never surrender. And, 30 seconds left in the match. That's a long time. And a lot of points can be scored if you lose your focus and you're thinking only about winning and you're not thinking about dominating.
Yeah.
You gotta finish it out. You gotta, just like in football, you gotta finish games out. You don't finish games out, you get in trouble. And that's what's great, man. That gets my juices flowing. That's fun stuff. It's fun to see guys that know how to fight and bring that fight each match.
Coach, you mentioned about dominating your opponent as opposed to just winning. How much of that is, you talked about how you have to practice that. How much of that is physical practice that you're doing, and how much of that is mental preparation? One of the things that brought this up earlier was apparently Curt Cignetti only practices for an hour and a half, hour 45 on the field, and the rest of it's mental prep. How do you kind of attack the mental versus physical sides of that focus?
Yeah, it's a lot of it, man. We talk a lot about, getting your mind right. You got to get your mind right when you come into tough situations. And, this time of the year, it can be, you can start, having, off days, and you can't have off days right now. It's Groundhog Day. Every day's the same. You got to make weight each and every week. Now, this week we're on the road. Next week we come back, and then, you get in a phase like, oh my God, this is going to be going on forever.
Yeah.
Because school starts up again, which is kind of cool. It's really good. I love that because it gets our guys' mind off wrestling 24/7. So it's a little bit of break, but you got to practice the mental aptitude you need each and every day, and you can't lose that identity. And when you start thinking it's about you and not what you're putting into it, you can't get too full of yourself. You got to keep your mind in the right place.
It's interesting, Coach. This last one from me, just behind the scenes for a lot of our listeners that love the sport, and I want to give them a little insight in terms of how you're thinking. Obviously, with where you start in weights, it's kind of a coin flip, and there's a gentleman's agreement versus on the road versus at home where you want to start. It seems like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. Obviously, you want to get settled in at 125 and some of your lower weights. You're going on the road. Is there strategy in terms of with the coin flip or the agreement where you want to start with your weights and how you want to start that is either something you want to see? Is it advantageous to how you want to wrestle? Like, are you thinking about that when you go on the road?
Yeah, on the road or home, sometimes who wins the coin flip really decides, hey, where are you going to start? Are you going to start at 125? Are you going to start at 157 or another weight? So part of that is how we kind of view it is a little bit on, if a lot of people are cutting weight. So you get them off the scale 2 hours, their energy is a lot different than getting them off the scale in 3.5 hours.
Interesting.
And so, that's why at tournaments, sometimes people come alive because they might have 4 hours till they wrestle. Well,
I have to give
better.
I have to give credit to Jess on that, Cootie, because we were talking about North Carolina, and we were talking about, hey, where to start and the weight. And I know you have a good relationship with Carolina, and we were trying to decide what you guys were thinking. That is interesting about the weight cutting part and duration for how long your guys can. So you're constantly processing that real time, even as the coin flip happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And we do it right before weigh-ins, and the other team has a strategy too.
Right.
So the coin flip, it's not the end of the world, and whether we win it or not, we'll start anywhere, and we try to get our team just prepared for that. But there is, if we win the coin flip, we try to gain an advantage. Hey, listen, like our 125 pounders, they're, obviously they have to cut some weight, but they're not cutting a ton of weight. And there's guys out there that weight cut is big each and every week. And so there's a big advantage. It's, you just, they're just not the same, not quite the same. So yeah, there's a little strategy that way on dual meets, and where you start or where you end up. And someone, feels a lot of pressure, 3.5 hours into the duel. And so, yeah, it's pretty good. It's getting a little bit like, take offense or defense.
Right. It's changed quite. It is, that is fascinating.
Coach.
Yeah, it's good.
I'll get you out of here on this. I'd be remiss. I know DB is too humble to ask about his favorite guy on the roster, but I know.
Oh Lord.
I know that he's been a huge fan of Cade Ziola, and how impressive you've been. Coming in as just a young guy at a heavyweight like that. That is, I have to imagine, the bigger you are, kind of the more challenging it is to be competitive young. How impressed have you been just with what he brings to the table, whether it's physically, mentally, or anything else?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, all that. Cade's really worked on, putting on some really good weight over the summer and the fall, and our strength coach John Pfeiffer's done a great job with that. And Tervel Delogdev is really, he's got a great relationship with Cade's dad, and he's down there at that end of the room, really mentoring our heavyweights. And you think about it, heavyweight right now for us is our deepest weight class. You got Harley Andrews, who's a top 20 guy in the country, AJ Ferrari, and then Cade. So our heavyweight position.
And what are they? One of those guys like 7?
Really
they're like
strong.
17-4, something like that.
Wow. Yeah. And then, Cade's going to be a great one. He's already shown himself that he can step up in big moments. And, man, it's great. He's going to be a stud. We keep him on track, and, I talk to our guys all the time. You can get carried away, Damon, that back in the day, we didn't have social media. Now you have social media, and kids get a lot of screen time, and you can start thinking you're better than you got to be good at each and every day. That's part of being elite. It's the simple things of knowing how to control your mind and keeping it real. And am I trying to get better, or am I trying to win social media? Am I trying to be a phenom on social media, or trying to be a beast in the mat? I mean, yeah, Jordan Burroughs is the best at that I've ever seen. He's focusing on, hey, the next match. What do I have to do to get better the next match, the next tournament? And don't get too caught up with yourself on how well you're doing. You know, God made you special. You go out and keep developing the gift God gave you. And sometimes people, you know, start crowning themselves a champion before the actual competition. So
and listen, and full disclosure with Cade in particular, just because it's a lot of wrestlers that you've developed over the being highly touted is one thing, but Cade's done it a little different where, you know, even in the middle school and early, he wasn't always the guy. He was chasing the guy. And he's just become so relentless that I just gravitate towards him because he stays on the gas and he's so good natured. Like he gave me a hug this summer at a physician's clinic, and I guarantee it got me. He just have no idea when you meet somebody, like the impact it's going to have on your day. And I'm just telling you, Coach, your guy was having a moment, and Cade gave me a hug, and I mean I was good for like the next 72 hours. It's incredible. That's a true story. It's absolute true story.
He's an infectious person like that, and that's how he is all the time, and that's what makes him great. You know, his energy and the attitude he brings to life, and that's what's great about, you know, my job. I see these guys each and every day, long periods of time of getting to spend time with them, and they just have great attitudes. That's why they're going to be successful in life, and that's the principle we teach in our program. That's carried over, and that's how Cade is. Cade's a stud. He's got a lot of ability, and we as a coaching staff are going to just keep the pedal on, keep getting him the best he can be, and realizing, you know, keep it fun, but also keep him learning. And Cade's got a big upside, and he's a fascinating wrestler. He loves it, and man, we enjoy having him being on our team.
God, it's cool. Even listening to you tell that story, I think about somebody else. I think of a guy like Antrell Taylor. The attributes you're describing and kind of what he's been through, and whether it's flesh-eating diseases for another wrestler or death in the family for Antrell, like, man, your program is your program, Coach. You and tell Trell his physique, the way he's transformed his body, he looks fantastic too. So you make sure you give those guys my best.
I will, Damon. I will. I appreciate it. He's you know, with Todd Manile, one of his coaches that
that was tough.
He just recently passed away. So he's gone through some tough challenges in life, and that's sometimes what people don't look at in these guys and social media. And you know, I could care less about social media, but our guys, young people, care about it, and we got to deal with it, you know. And so, Antrell's, you know, he's a stud, man. You know, he had a little bit rough part of the year. In November, and he's come back like a champ. And
class act too, mentioning Todd too, Coach. That's tough in the wrestling community, man. You never disappoint.
Yeah. Well, he's an awesome dude. He was part of our program for a while, and then he came back to UNO, and Coach Denny really did an amazing job with him. So really changed his life. So his dad's a tremendous person, Jay, and what a great family. So our prayers are with them.
Coach, you're the best. Best wishes this week, and I know you don't believe in luck either, man. So go get them.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys having us on.
You got it.
That is Mark Manning, your head coach of Nebraska wrestling. Great as always.
There's something else, man.
Terrific stuff there from Coach Manning. If you want to support whether it's Coach Manning or other Husker athletic programs or other areas, make sure you take a part of Glow Big Red. It raises funds for scholarships, colleges, departments, student organizations, whatever you can think of, and you can direct those gifts to the area that means the most to you. Glow Big Red starts February 11th and concludes on February 12th. Go to glowbigred.unl.edu, and every gift of $75 or more will receive a Husker canvas tote bag as a free gift. It's glowbigred.unl.edu. We will be right back with more Hurrdat Sports Live.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a credit to Britt because she was really, really good against them in the conference tournament at the end of last season. And so, it's not a surprise that they were keying on her so much. And I think, I just feel like, Britt is such a competitor that there's just zero doubt in my mind that she'll be hungry. She'll be chomping at the bit to get in with our coaching staff to break down some film, to figure out, how can I continue to stay aggressive-minded offensively? Where can I get some opportunities to score for myself, but also just make better reads up ball screens, et cetera.
I think it's a lot different. I mean, once we get the ball moving, it opens cutters up, but it also opens the lanes, and it just frees people to drive. And then also when you're driving, you also can have open looks for people in the corners. Yeah, I think we've grown over time. I think we have the fight in us. I think we have to be more consistent with it over time. I mean, I feel like I can see it in some moments, but there's other moments where we're not there physically. They pressured us a lot. I mean, their press in the first half really affected us, especially in the second quarter. We weren't, getting the ball moving, and then, they doubled us, which we did not find the open look. But, I mean, they really pressured us, which was hard to get the ball moving.
It's a combination of things, when you're able to get buckets at the other end, and you make shots, and now you're able to play from we score, we pick up, they have to score, so they rush. But when you're throwing the ball away and you're missing down the other end, you're not getting opportunities. They don't feel the same sense of pressure, because they're in the game still at that time. So I think as we started scoring and our pressure picked up and increased, that caused a lot of problems for them, and that got us into a lot of easy opportunities.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. Don't forget, Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill, always a great place to watch whatever games, especially tonight. You've got Creighton and Nebraska basketball both in action. So, you know, if you're like me and maybe you want to watch both of them at the same time, both 8 o'clock tips, great place to be here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill.
So only one of us will be in attendance, right? No, yeah, because Georgetown's at Creighton, so that's where Jacob will be.
Yep.
Are you going to go to one or the other?
No, I'll be.
Maddie and I will do a watch.
I'll be at home do a watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try not. Well, you better give Jacob a heads up. He just knows to ignore us.
Oh yeah, he's really good at ignoring the group chat.
Oh. It's like, hello.
Have you spent any?
Hello.
Have you spent any time looking at bracketologies yet? Too early for you?
No. I mean, I dabble just to see.
Nebraska's
firmly on everybody's 3 and above line.
Yeah, I mean they're so I like bracket matrix because I get my composite, right? They're the very top 3 seed and like knocking on that 2 door pretty aggressively. Like about half the people have them as 2s, half the people have them as 3s.
So you know what's interesting is
they do have a couple 1s for the record.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to talk Nebraska basketball for a second?
I would love to.
Because I feel like in this safe space.
Sure.
Because if we extrapolate about football, everybody immediately is like, oh, 1 game at a time. We haven't won this and we haven't won that. Basketball, like I was joking with Sam, just seems to have fast-forwarded past.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're allowed to speculate. But I did like his reason why. He's like, in basketball, it's like 1 loss isn't like detrimental.
There's so many games.
There's so many games.
It means significantly less.
Because I just wondered why we're not taboo-ish about hoops, even though we've had much less success.
Yes.
So along those lines, you're cool with extrapolating to X amount NO.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought Logan was interesting. I give you a hard time in our chat session with Logan because Logan likes to mess with you, which is why I like Logan.
Sure.
But I do think we need Logan to go. Logan said he wouldn't be a very good phone call.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why.
Some guys just aren't. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we're very, I am very warm.
Me too.
Like I'll embrace
kumbaya, hold hands.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
You're okay with extrapolating with Nebraska basketball.
Yeah,
and
sure.
not saying whoa, slow the horses.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, because and Sam brought up a good point. Because a loss doesn't change that much. Like I can look at it and say, yeah, they very easily could be 20-0 heading into Michigan.
Yeah.
Like that's very much on the table. I also can look at it and say being 19-1 heading into Michigan doesn't change that much.
Yeah.
Being 18-2 heading into Michigan doesn't change that much. So I look at that now and I go, okay, so that's the reason I don't have trouble extrapolating. And then you get into this nice stretch here where you go after Oregon, Northwestern, Washington, Minnesota, which is a very navigable stretch.
I'm weird.
Yeah.
And I'm a basketball dork and I follow this thing like a weirdo, as you know. I'm hoping Gates is healthy for Washington because I want to see Nebraska's defensively with Diallo and
against that backcourt
against Washington.
Yeah.
Now and listen,
you like their backcourt a lot.
I kind of like Oregon's too, though.
Okay, sure.
So the whole Biddle and Shellstead, like this is tonight. It's a huge.
Shellstead's kind of nice. I'll write Shellstead
quietly.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
Right, he's not overly
not super flashy,
steady Eddie, but it's a big number.
What's the number at?
10.5.
So Ken Palm's got it at 13.
10.5.
Ken Palm's got it 80 to 67
for the old.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
and I think I better look before I talk because Lord knows I make enough mistakes. Yeah, it opened at 11.5.
So it came down a little.
Down. Total 145 in the captain.
So they're not. I mean, so Ken Palm's got it 80 to 67. So that's 147 and 13. So they're in the neighborhood of what the metrics think it'll be.
Kenneth Pomeroy.
I mean, that's interesting. He's got that is, I believe, until Nebraska plays Maryland. No, until they play Penn State. So the game right before Maryland. This is the highest percentage win chance that Nebraska has until Penn State.
Okay.
He's got them at 87% to win this game.
So he's clearly done the whole thing, right?
Mhm.
What is Michigan?
It is the lowest. It is 14%.
Okay.
That is the only game left below. Let me see here. Make sure I got this right. Yeah, that's wild. That's the only game left below 40% for Nebraska.
On the record? On the schedule for the season?
Yes. They have at least a 40% chance to win every other game.
God, what bizarro world.
He's got them at 26-5 now.
No, I know. It was 25-6.
And, well, before that, it was 24-7. Like, it's been creeping.
It keeps getting better.
Because they weren't supposed to win Indiana.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to win Ohio State. And so that has changed his metric. And they weren't supposed to win Michigan State either. So they've won 3 straight games. Maybe they were supposed to win Ohio State. They've won at least 2 out of the last 3 where he did not have them projected to win. And so that has changed his metrics as we get through the season. And it's...
So you know what I think is a crazy dynamic?
What's that?
I'm just fascinated by it. Like, we're cool with, like, hey, going... I told you, the thing that really got my attention was last week, maybe when it was Alec. I think it was Josiah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a former player.
Yeah.
Who's his whole life learned to stay in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, hey, this is not far-fetched. And this was pre...
Ohio
State and Indiana.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
Where he was like, there's this world where Nebraska could be 20-0. And I was like, wait a second. I agree, disagree, whatever. Number one, it's interesting to see a former player
process something that way.
Process something like that.
Yeah.
Because if that was me, or
you hate doing that with football.
Well, I would get killed.
Yeah.
I would get killed if I said, hey, Nebraska starts 6-0.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I can't even fast forward 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think no former player could. So that got my attention. I was like, this is kind of fun. So it got me thinking, like, okay, well, why?
Not entirely true. Will Compton gets a pass on it because that's sort of his thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this and keep it right here. Will has found a way to play in fandom.
Yes.
And being informative.
Mm-hmm.
Because his delivery is one in which you never know when to take him seriously. And now, and so it plays to his strengths.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't really have to be, when it comes to Nebraska football, he doesn't have to be credible. He just has to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So he can play in a different space just because I don't know if people come to him for any heart, like,
sure.
Yeah. He operates in a different space.
Yeah, he's created a
entertainment deal.
Yeah, he's created a personality for himself where he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, like he can go to Tennessee and have fun. He can,
yeah,
So I don't count that.
Okay,
I don't count that. That would be like
totally fair. It's just it's a different space.
I don't know really what other former players like would be like. I don't want to say credible because that's disrespectful, but like you wouldn't see like Jason. You wouldn't see anybody be like, oh, they could go X amount and or win the next 2 games. Like, we just don't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that got me. I was fascinated.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I was like, why is this okay for basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw a lot of people doing it, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the first year they've been good. This is just the first year that they've been undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
They were good 2 years ago. They were good last year.
Yeah, we've kind of had this conversation about like historic.
So what do you think is so freeing that's allowed us to extrapolate about the potential? Like, we're not afraid of it in this sport.
It's sort of the thing I wish we did more in football.
Do you? Just allow yourself to dream?
Allow yourself to imagine.
Is this because you picked 10 wins?
No, it's not just that. It's the reason I picked 10 wins, though. I allow myself to imagine the positive outcomes.
Best case scenario. Okay.
We don't operate in that space in football at all. We never operate.
It's almost just the opposite.
Yes, exactly.
It's always negative.
It's always not, I don't want to say worst case scenarios, but we operate extremely in the negative.
Yeah.
Dank was talking about this in the chat earlier. Nebraska basketball.
By the way, shouldn't he be up like with Left Coast Husker?
Yeah, we haven't seen Left Coast this week. Come on, Left Coast.
No, we have. He might be at the gym.
Oh, that's right.
He hit me up on, I saw him on Twitter yesterday.
But we allow ourselves to imagine the positive possibilities with basketball because we are not burdened, I think, by expectations.
Is that the Beatles, Shane? Yeah, Matt. Who's Imagine?
Yeah, John Lennon.
Okay.
It was a solo.
Where's
one
John
for
Leslie
him.
when I need him? Speaking of which, where's my guy MK?
MK Ultra?
No, I'm not gonna put him on blast. I better reach out to him. This is the longest I've gone without hearing from him. Anyway, carry on, my wayward son.
You brought this up with Indiana football, ironically enough. The advantage of operating in a place without expectations, right? I do think that's a major part of what allowed Cignetti to just implement everything he saw for a program and what his vision was, because there was no pre-existing expectations of what Indiana football should be. It's the thing that I was arguing yesterday worked against Coach Rule, I think. I don't have any inside information here. I want to be very clear about that. It's the thing I think worked against Coach Rule when dealing with the Dylan Raiola situation. If there is no preset expectations of what Nebraska is, what it should be, what it means to be a legacy player, and all of that, and he sees fit to say, hey, Dylan, we would love to have you. Let's say Sam was right. He says, Dylan, we would love to have you. We want to start Kyle McCord for a year. And then,
boy, did that thread
it blew up.
Flip. I got lost.
Yeah. There was a lot going on in there.
Can I just say this and have you don't kill me over it?
Yeah.
So the whole I was not engaged in that at all because I did not think Coach Rule was in a good position to negotiate anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't pay it any mind.
Yeah.
So anything that I'm learning or the people's opinion,
you're kind of learning for the first time.
It's relatively fresh.
Yeah. No, and that's fair.
It's relatively fresh.
I also don't.
So even when you said it yesterday, I was like, wait, are we doing this? But then everybody had like these super strong takes on the McCord thing. I was like, was I asleep?
It was kind of a weird thing, and it honestly got totally glossed over because immediately afterwards is when Dylan came, and so we forgot about everything before that.
So for me, like just personally, it was I'm at a football banquet on a Sunday.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
And I get a text.
Yes, you told me about this.
And I was like, what?
Wait, what?
And Dom was like, I know a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I said, stop playing. And he was like, nope. So what do? I tell.
Yeah, you get on the phone.
I was like, hey, I'm outside.
Just so you know.
But I'm just telling you. And all he said was on it. So I was like, okay. Then 4 days later, it was like a thing.
Yeah, it was done.
So but I knew he was sick.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, I've been out of bed, like this, that, and the other. And, the reports were McCord was just, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I had moved on from it.
I think because of
So yesterday's tweet deal, I was like, what is everybody talking about?
So I'm not saying this is good information or not.
And I didn't fight you yesterday.
No,
like,
I know.
You felt like you knew, and I was like,
I don't know.
It's water under the bridge now. I'm not going to go back and fact find, so I just let it go.
I don't know if this is good information or not. The person I heard it from has given me good information before. That's all I'll say.
That's fine.
So at the time.
How are you not giving up your sources? And I got the best on the planet, and I tell you. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'll tell you later.
Whatever, man. It's fine. Like, really?
What do you mean?
Because you've never told me up to this point.
Well, because it didn't end up mattering. That's kind of my point, though, is as soon as the McCord thing happened, we forgot about it immediately.
I'm not angry.
It seems like you're a little mad.
I just irrationally yell sometimes.
It's
a condition.
We forgot about it immediately because the Raiola thing happened right afterward. But there was like a day and a half in the middle where someone told me that has, again, given me good information before, that McCord was willing to, like, that there was a scenario in which they both came here if it was cool for Dylan to actually, like, have a real competition. That was what I was told. It wasn't that McCord needed guaranteed the job or anything like that, but that it was on the table that if it was like, hey, the best man wins, that McCord at the very least was cool with fighting it out.
And he got off to a good start with sucker cues.
Absolutely.
Before we take this call, I have a question.
Yeah.
This is very random, but it's how my mind works because I did just hear everything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you worn that watch?
Like 2 days.
Does it have any bad aroma?
No.
Can I try it on?
Yeah.
All right. Shane, can we take the call? I just want to see how it fits.
It might be a little small. It's a little tight on my wrist.
You might have bigger wrist than me.
I don't think so. I think I have pretty small wrists.
All right, Shane. Let's
get
up.
to
Who
Ball
we
Dog.
got? Oh, okay.
Lance, what's going on, buddy?
LBZ.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I don't know. It depends. What are you going to tell me? Anything depressing?
No, we're good over here.
All right. All
you know,
good in the neighborhood. Go North Star.
Yeah. Go North Star. That's right. It'd be good for them to win at something in one of the big sports. You know.
Who's more likely, the guys or the gals?
The gals. The gals are really, really good.
Yeah.
Like really good.
Are you buying North? You got to be buying North, right? Omaha North.
You know, I do. I think they're probably better than Millard West.
I get the post Gessert era, but they're still pretty good.
They are. They're very good. The thing with North is it's a long season, and
you can say you're waiting for them to implode.
Yeah, and
because I hear this every day. You're not alone. Everybody thinks they're good. You know me, man. Like you ask me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I waiting on that. That North Star North game is going to be really good. It's up there in Omaha, and I think
it is going to be electric. Will you guys travel?
I've thought about it. I've never been. I've been by the high school, but I've never gone to a sporting event there. So I haven't decided if we're gonna make the trek or not. But we've talked about it, and the thing that North Star does really well is they play this 1-3-1, and I don't know if North will be able to handle that. And so
it's it's North Star's length and on the perimeter versus North being really good off the bounce and can score.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think North Star shoots the ball really well too. So, just to imagine that team with, there's another girl here in Lincoln, Katie at Southwest, who was at North Star, and she's probably the best
of that
player
bunch,
in her
right?
class. Yeah, absolutely. And and she was related to that staff in some really close ways. So it'll be a great game, and it's just been fun to see girls basketball kind of get picked up a little bit the last few years. So that's been a great thing. But Nebraska basketball, I've been a Nebraska basketball fan for a long time, back to Devaney and walking from the horse track to the games. And I think the biggest difference that I see in terms of why we're not negative is I look at that team as their ROI is off the charts, right? They're not getting a ton of money in NIL. They play a brand of basketball that's a lot like what I would say the people of the state of Nebraska are, just hardworking. They're not super flashy. Now their plays are fantastic, and Hoiberg has really coached them up. But over the years,
give my man Big Easy some credit too. Now I'm a big Ernie guy, man.
Are you? Man, that whole staff.
He said,
there's not a lot going back years. They've always had these kind of eccentric guys on staff where there was one of them that you would notice him out in public and you'd be like, yeah, he's definitely a basketball. They have a staff now that I don't know if you saw Nate Lonzer walking around, if you would really notice the guy and be like, oh yeah, he's a basketball coach. Or the Italian guy I see all the time at Whole Foods. And to start the year, I was like, hey, go get that tournament win. And he's like, we're working on it. And so unless you know the people there, I think they're very unassuming. And so I think the biggest thing this year is you have a third guy that's really steady. In years past, you had Petaway, you had Shields, and Pitchford was always kind of hurt, but you had Gallegos. If Gallegos hit shots, they would win games. If Gallegos wasn't hitting shots, I would tell you they were going to lose that game. But
do you know what I used to call him?
What?
Do it your way, have it your way, Ray. Like,
that.
Like my man had no constraints. It was just like, shoot that thing.
Yep,
That
he
thing
was.
wet.
And as a junior, when they went to the tournament, he was averaging 12. The next year, they didn't. He averaged 7, and it was just like, hey, if he hit 2 or 3, we were probably going to win. If not, it was not happening. And so this year, they have 5 guys where you're like, hey, I could see him scoring doubles, And so they've been fun. They utilize resources really well.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
So because I hear this a lot, whether and obviously working with guys with the network and stuff, you get insight on players' personalities and stuff over the past years in terms of likability, from the Petways to the Shields to the Cam Max to whomever, right? They don't always have to be all brothers. I'm not saying anything by that, just names that come to mind. Is this team more likable? Is that part of it?
I don't know if likable would be the term.
Okay.
They don't
aesthetically pleasing. Well, you tell me, what is it?
Yeah.
What is
it? I think it's because while you have guys like Frager who can be a clown, or Price who, by nature, I think they're all very unassuming. I mean, it reminds me of McDermott at Creighton. Like, he would step on the floor and he was going to be the best player on the floor, but he didn't come across as a
guy that was going to give you 35.
Yeah, and he didn't come across. I mean, that basketball scene, the people that step on the court that are going to get 20, they let you know that they're the one that's going to go get 20. And I just don't see a guy on the floor. I mean, look at Jamarcus Lawrence this week. I mean, it's literally the perfect example of team basketball. They're playing really well. They're playing with house money. I mean, and because of that, I think you can go and say, holy smokes, it's going to be amazing for them, even if they don't, not that they would implode, but if they only were to win only 24 games or something, or 22, like, it's house money right now.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's fun. And, when I think of like Creighton, you look at Freeman where they're like, hey, we're paying this guy $2 million a year.
Allegedly.
Like, what's the ROI?
We don't know.
Yeah. We don't know. What's the ROI there? It's really easy to be negative when you have a negative ROI. Or when I look at football, and what bothers me now is we have this staff that's like, we almost have one person in an office per, 80 players on the team. And you're like, I don't know if more coach is going to make us better, or more staff or whatever. And with basketball, it's just like, at least here in Lincoln, I don't see the basketball team getting near that attention or near that love, and they're lights out. And what's crazy is when you have Sauter on Friday go, Leo Curtis might be the most talented basketball player on the roster, and I don't know if he's played a game in,
we haven't got any contributions from Oogie yet, who's going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
if he figures that back out. And
I don't necessarily disagree with Sauter either. Like, Curtis might be
I'm with him. And Rice they have some guys coming in. Was that you a couple weeks? Who sent me the message that was like, hey, I think they're positioned to be pretty good maybe for a while if they keep everybody intact? Because if that was you, so what that got me thinking was, oh shoot, is Nebraska basketball going to ever be in a position where they have to retain guys? That's going to be a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next year, I think you look at Stanford and Frager as guys where, I think Berkey's a role player. You'll pay for him, but Stanford and Frager will have people coming after him. And I think, next
Frager's got to be appreciative of Nebraska. I don't know about Frager being easily swayed by money.
No,
he's in it's a perfect fit for him.
It is.
He gets to be exactly who he wants to be, and it's okay.
Yeah, he can just be that guy. Now, I think you go find a point guard, and if you got Oogie back or Leo Curtis, I mean, you're really playing a brand of basketball. And I think it's probably a little easier to find guys that, they don't have to go out and find the best athlete to play off the bounce. I can go out and get a guy that maybe isn't quite as fast. We can fit him into our defense.
Yeah, you do. I was going to say you do have to be able to stay in front of people, though.
Yes, because that's the difference between this year and, Casey. What's crazy is with all these people, wanting to come back after playing in the NBA, like, hey, Casey spent 2 years at JUCO. Does that mean he can come back for 2 years? Like, it's going to be the wild, wild west with basketball, I think, moving forward, unless they kind of get a handle on it. But it's been fun. It'll be fun. And, again, we're playing with house money here because for many, many years we were the opposite of.
I hate that term, but I won't fight you because I think highly of you. We got to get to Nicholas Allen, so don't turn
Lance.
Don't hit pause. We're gonna talk more hoops with Nicholas Allen here.
Appreciate the call.
All right, thanks, guys.
Shane, let's take a super quick break here so you can call Nick, and then we'll come right back with Nick Bahe, who.
Are you a big? I hate the house money thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's stupid. House money's stupid.
Remember delivery.
It is what it is. I'm not going to put lipstick on a pig just so the pig feels better about itself.
You can be the chocolate because I hate it. I'll be the cream filling.
Yeah, that's fine.
Polar opposite.
I'm not. Listen, if I think something's not smart, I'm just going to tell you.
Oreo.
Never mind.
You guys don't have to go to break. We don't have Nick until 9:30.
Did you share that with anyone?
Yeah, it's in the rundown.
Yeah, so you threw me for a loop.
That's
because
my bad.
You threw me for a loop with the secret text because I thought he was fluctuating over Georgetown's practice time. So I was like, oh, he got bumped. But I knew he was 9:30.
That's my bad. That's on me. That one's on me.
All right, Doc.
That's totally on me.
Thank you, Shane. Because you know me, I'm just going to go with the flow. I was like, oh, maybe Georgetown's practice time got moved.
Misread the rundown. That's on me.
Well, you're stupid.
And that's totally on me.
That's correct. I messed up. That was stupid.
That's fine.
Just like
not
playing
special or delusional.
Just playing with playing with house money. Stupid. Shane, let's take a quick break.
Where is
here.
Kobe?
Let's take a quick break here.
I need to talk to him.
We'll come back, reset. We'll talk to Nick Bahe in apparently 20 minutes because I messed up. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We'll be back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's great. My respect for coaches is off the charts. I think he's not only one of the great coaches in our game, but he's one of the great people in the game. He's humble. He works hard. So many of these guys, young guys, I mean, I'm 73, but so many of these young guys think that they invented the game. Here's a guy that really, really knows the game. His offense is beautiful to watch. He makes great adjustments, but he's also a humble, great guy who you root for all the time. And I'm going to hate to see him go if he is going. I wish he could stay in the game 2 or 3 more years because the game needs people like him, humble, hardworking guys that flat out know the game. He's great. I think he's I got to know him just in the last year and a half, and he's one of my favorite coaches in the game.
I think I know it's just missing shots. Lots of respect to the Nebraska Post. I think, something that I really try to focus on is just being more aggressive, and I thought the first half I could have been a lot more aggressive and getting deeper seals, so credit to them. They did a good job of kind of making it tough for me in the beginning by shoving me out, but I don't know. I think the second half I just came out a little bit differently and just kind of refused to get pushed out the paint, so I think made my finishes a lot easier.
Yeah, we're going to face another tough team and in the Big Ten, and they got some really good guys. So we just have to get better and clean some areas up, and we have to really just continue to wrestle late in the match and late in periods, and just looking to be better, on top and bottom and on our feet. So I thought we could have did a little better job, on top today. So yeah, we'll clean those areas up and challenge them this week with just make them more accountable to what they want to accomplish.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We're brought to you by Next Gen Male Medical. Don't forget, if you're not feeling your best, DB needed a little extra healing power. Had to get on that TB 500, get some of those peptides going.
I got on 500.
Or close the door.
I got on TB 500 because you were on 500 and I was only on 157.
Those are two different things. It's not like a hierarchy.
But I want the hierarchy of the bigger number because I'm competitive. And Nick is the man. So he was like, let's go.
That's not how naming things works. You know that, right?
Wait, it isn't?
No. They're two totally different compounds.
Oh.
The peptides are different. You can take them both, though, and you feel good.
I know. That's why I started with Sarah Moylan.
If you need... it's not like a person named Sarah. Sir Moreland.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, they got peptides, they got GLP-1s, they got testosterone, whatever you need. Next Gen Male Medical will get you feeling your best. Make sure you give them a call, 402-614-9700, or visit them online, nextgenmalemedicalclinic.com. You can schedule your appointment right on the website. Maybe you'll run into me or DB in there. You never know. I'm in there all the time.
They don't.
I'm in there all the time.
They like me loitering. Shane, do we have Nick? Because I feel awful because we're 12 minutes late, and he's probably like,
no, it's 9:30. Remember, I screwed it up. So we're 15 minutes early.
What an ass face. You did screw it up.
Yeah, I did screw it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on me.
Oh, then we carry on.
Yeah.
We can just banter aimlessly like normal.
No, I've got aims all the time.
Well, I need to find
like Iowa.
I need to find where you're stupid. So the Moylan guy, to your point, Haas, I think, is it Daniel Moylan? The guy that said you're entitled to your own opinion, but not your own set of facts.
That's a good line.
The Parliament guy.
I don't remember who said it. That's a good line, though.
Yeah, I stole it.
I
use it all the time now. Like the guy that – did I tell you about my friend Alex on social media yesterday?
I don't think so.
So I just thought it was funny. Somebody was mad about some local stationing changes.
Okay.
And the guy was like, you're going to force me to listen to DB and Ravi. And I was like, damn, forced? Like gun to head? Or are we sucky? Like, what do you mean forced? And so I was carrying on, and somebody in the thread goes, man, DB's as compromised as Sipple. And I was like, fudge. Compromised? That's new.
Yeah.
And he goes, don't mealy mouth me. No, not you, Stevan. You are compromised. He's actually not. I joked with Steven in Vegas that he's a lot more loose-lipped now that he's with On 3 than he ever was with,
I think,
the Journal.
Some of those newspaper guys felt like they had
too restricted.
It's too restricted, and I think when you work for a newspaper and you go through like journalism school, you feel an obligation to other people who have worked at newspapers, even if they had not more important jobs, but like more serious jobs than you, to go through the same vetting processes. Like you're not trafficking in rumors as much as you are on the internet.
Yeah, and I was like, compromise, huh?
like Russian spy? Is it like, is my cover blown? Because I know one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I offer a lot of solutions, right? Whether it's
accurate
physicality or non-negotiables, or start with this, or I saw this. Like, it's not always because I don't always say, well, we used to do it like this, so therefore it should be this, or I don't always have a gut reaction to everything. Doesn't mean that I'm compromised, because believe me, I want to win. So I went through this. What's the problem?
No, go ahead. I'll get to it later.
So Alex and I were having this conversation. He said, well, I can't really take you seriously after you said the running back room would be fine. And I go,
wasn't it?
Wait a second. That is not what I said, Alex. What I said was, I'm not sure Nebraska should overspend in the portal for a running back because you could make the case that the room going into 2026 you know more about than you do the room in 2025. If you wanted to make the case that you felt better about the room in 2026, I would entertain that. And he replied to me. He's very friendly. He wasn't combative at all, so I'm not bus rolling Alex. Alex was fine. Alex goes, well, you're basically saying the same thing, right?
No, that's different.
No.
It's 100% different.
I'm not saying the same thing. And it's okay if you want to portal running back.
Yeah.
The original, if we don't move the goalpost, my point was,
don't necessarily want to overspend.
You don't have to overspend for a portal running back because you didn't get one last year.
And you were fine.
And it worked out for you.
Better than fine.
And if you're just comparing apples to apples, maybe you liked Emmett's 177 carries going into last year more than you do these guys.
That is more. It's more carries than they have this year.
Yeah, but you guys, do you know what? This is the only reason I entertained Alex. And it's not because I felt like he was being purposely obtuse. It was because I had to defend the goddamn running back room last year.
Yeah.
It was me versus everybody. And
until Emmett started rolling, yeah.
And the thing that made me mad was I felt like I was trying to play a role in getting another running back on campus. So if there was anybody that was involved with bolstering that room, it was me.
Yeah.
And I still felt like we were good.
Yes.
That's the personal airing of my grievances.
I think that's fair.
So this year when I say, hey, you could make the case, you probably know more about this room going into this year than you do last year, was because I had to defend last year too. So it would be easy for me to say just the opposite, wouldn't it?
Well,
wouldn't it?
It would be, yes.
Like they sent a personal limo for a guy to come down on a visit that I met at 6 a.m. in the morning. They've had 2 portal running backs visit this campus in their tenure. It's not something they do.
No.
Doesn't make it not a good idea.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they shouldn't. They just haven't.
But really. Is it a really crazy take to think, I don't know, Cousin Ronald, I keep hearing that. I don't even know where that's coming from, Cousin Ronald. But I heard it yesterday, too. He's asking me about Eckler.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm not a big rumor guy. But I do like Cousin Ronald, even though he's very combative. I think it's the name.
Cousin?
Yeah.
Or Ronald. Big Ronald guy?
Yeah, so Cousin Ronald reminds me of an old brother that would smoke like Black and Milds with house shoes on and tell stories about how to do life. That's what Cousin Ronald reminds me of.
Okay.
So maybe that's what I want him to be. And Cousin Ronald may be a white guy from Binkelman, but I don't know. But that's what I think of when I say.
That's fair.
It's scary to know what's in my head.
No, I think there's.
Apologize for having a moment.
There's like people in the chat that like I get a picture of what they are and they're not anything like that.
Yeah.
Like when we met Mark.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna stop doing it because this is what you guys do to me.
Austin says my cousin Ronald brands cows in the Sandhills.
I'm beginning to really hate Austin. Remember when he was my friend? He was a great ride to KC. He was my friend. No, so this is what you guys do to me.
What do we do?
When I just talk and I tell stories, it's, oh, this guy's so funny. He's one of us. And then when it's advantageous, it's, this guy needs to see a shrink. He's pretty stupid. That's what you guys do to me. I feel like I'm being. What's a gumpy, not very powerful chess piece? That's how I feel like you guys.
Oh, a pawn.
Yeah, that's hence the word, play on words. Yeah, I feel like you guys use me as a pawn.
I would never.
Like the bishop.
Shut up.
I would never. Bishops are good pieces.
I mean, if you like going diagonal.
Sorry, cousin Ronald. Cousin Ronald.
Austin says it's true that he does have a cousin Ronald who's branding cows in the same hills. I believe
it. Just
him.
Reminds me of Black and Miles with house shoes on.
No, I get
stories about how kids used to be.
I get you. That makes sense.
Doesn't it?
I got you. I also think it's funny.
I'm waiting for Ronald to say he's like 27 and like does 10 set a car dealership.
What? No, somebody
like Juan.
Somebody in the chat, Juan.
Terry Metcalf, love Bishop. Nice pull.
You big Terry
is an old soul.
You big Terry Metcalf guy?
No, I hate everything about Texas and the Cleveland Browns.
Fair enough.
Need I say more?
No, but you got me.
He said he often went diagonal.
Somebody in the chat was like, "Well, Emmett was proven." No, he wasn't. Last year, he wasn't proven.
Who?
Like somebody in the chat said that Emmett was proven.
I
last
love
year.
the revisionist
Like,
history.
don't move.
You guys
don't go back.
Don't do that.
Don't go back.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Don't go back.
You guys did not like Emmett Johnson going into last year. You guys were crying. In week 4, it was Sharmar Brown sure would look nice. LOL. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
No, that's not how we felt. Don't act like that's how you felt.
And I had to defend it.
And don't act like we didn't feel like the sky was falling when Charmar committed to Miami. Like, don't.
Yeah, that first week, it's like sure could use Marty Brown. And I was like,
why didn't they pony up?
This guy's like family. Like, I love him. Are you guys just messing with me?
Why didn't Marty Brown looks pretty good in Miami? Would be nice to have him. Like, don't pretend like that was. Don't pretend like that's how you felt last year. That's not it.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Joey has some brother in him. That's a very funny post.
Joey?
Yes.
I miss Joey.
We used to call him Bellevue Joey. Joey's. That's funny.
Yeah.
Do you know much about that?
I'm familiar with the concept that he just laid out there.
Okay. Because I don't know what you like.
What do you mean, you guys?
Do you guys smoke?
I don't know as like a cultural subset. I don't want to speak.
My poor mom. This is where she starts to get uneasy.
I don't want to speak for an entire subcontinent, but I think the ones that look like me that were born here don't discriminate.
This whatever
against whatever activities they feel like partaking in.
I feel like we have a particular thing.
Who?
My man said
backwoods or Swisher Sweets. After that, it's just barbecue chicken.
Hey, you got to tell me more, Ronald.
I think you may have nailed Ronald here.
Or he's playing into it, and I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
He might just be going closet stereotypes. Tell me, hey, this is my best DJ Rezak voice. Cousin Ronald, tell me more.
Every time you do that, this is the white side of me.
What?
Is I think of that song.
As opposed to what side?
The brown side.
There's nothing about you that looks like the other side.
Anyway.
Your dad's genes must have been dominant. Did he have 3 or 4 of the alleles? 3 out of the 4?
Got the.
Oh yeah, you did get mom's hair.
Kind of got the white hair. Although Indian people do have pretty fine hair. Like it's not like it's. I did get the Indian beard though.
Do you believe that, T-Mac?
What do you say?
Read it. Because that's what Captain said. That's what Game Dog said. Are we thinking that's a thing?
I don't care. They were both here. So what am I supposed to do with it?
No, but he's trying to help me. He's trying to help my point.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask. That is a popular opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna ask.
I don't know.
Ronald, I need you to tell me more. Don't you, no pun intended, go dark on me. Tell me more. I want to know, Cousin Ronald.
To not go dark on you, every time you say tell me more, I think of that song from Grease. Tell me more, tell me more. You know that one? You seem like a big Grease guy. Let's get to Nick Bob. Let's get to Nick Bob before DB says something that'll get him fired.
Wow.
We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a credit to Britt because she was really, really good against them in the conference tournament at the end of last season. And so, it's not a surprise that they were keying on her so much. And I think, I just feel like, Britt is such a competitor that there's just zero doubt in my mind that she'll be hungry. She'll be chomping at the bit to get in with our coaching staff to break down some film, to figure out, how can I continue to stay aggressive-minded offensively? Where can I get some opportunities to score for myself, but also just make better reads up ball screens, et cetera.
I think it's a lot different. I mean, once we get the ball moving, it opens cutters up, but it also opens the lanes, and it just like frees people to drive. And then also when you're driving, you also can have open looks for people in the corners. Yeah, I think we've grown over time. I think we have the fight in us. I think we have to be more consistent with it over time. I mean, I feel like I can see it in some moments, but there's other moments where we're not there physically. They pressured us a lot. I mean, their press in the first half really affected us, especially in the second quarter. We weren't, getting the ball moving, and then, they doubled us, which we did not find the open look. But, I mean, they really pressured us, which was hard to get the ball moving.
It's a combination of things, when you're able to get buckets at the other end, and you make shots, and now you're able to play from we score, we pick up, they have to score, so they rush. But when you're throwing the ball away and you're missing down the other end, you're not getting opportunities. They don't feel the same sense of pressure, because they're in the game still at that time. So I think as we started scoring and our pressure picked up and increased, it caused a lot of problems for them, and it got us into a lot of easy opportunities.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live. Now, college basketball analyst for FS1, host of the Nick Bahe podcast, and former Creighton and Kansas basketball guard, Nick Bahe.
Man down, man down.
Nick Bahe.
I open up some salsa, explodes all over my chest.
Nick Bahe.
Meet me at the rim.
Here is
Old Dominion.
Nick Bahe.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We are joined now by the man, the myth, the legend, Nicholas Allen Bahe, college basketball analyst for FS1, Peacock, Westwood 1. Did I miss anything?
No. He does Big Ten.
Big Ten, owner of Shoot 360, host of the Nick Bahe podcast and Schick and Nick show. I think I got them all.
Oh, that's a
You missed one. You missed one. I am
Pella Windows.
Yeah, Pella Windows. Like I said, okay, you missed two. Pella. Big shout out to Pella. Love you guys. But I am a cringe coach, according to my 9-year-old daughter, who when I help coach for soccer and basketball, said, cringe, Dad, you're so cringe. I'm like, oh God.
Okay, two things out of context. I'm gonna take your lead since you started. I am going to be tickled if you start to share open stories about parenting versus coaching, because your link, like, it will be hilarious. Number one.
Yeah.
So anytime you just want to, get some stuff out there, so I know you're human, because your boy struggled, and I am listen, it's hard.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm tough out there in the streets, dog.
When your kids are calling you cringe at 9, you got your work cut out. Because I have a 7-year-old, and during softball, she looked dead at me as a then 6-year-old and said, "Dad, relax." I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna make it.
I know, it's not good. I was like, everybody told me, like, oh, you bet at some point, every daughter thinks their dad are annoyed by their dad. I'm like, man, that's not going to happen with me. My daughter's going to think I'm cool. Man, we're not even out of elementary school, and we are well past that.
She puts her head down when she walks past you. That is not my dad. I know. Not my dad.
Cringe. I'm cringe.
So here's the other thing out of context. Because you have such quote unquote crossover, what is your experience or your opinion on Swisher Sweets and Black and Milds?
Okay. Oh my gosh, I had absolutely no idea where that was.
So listen, I'm going to give you the background, and you'll know exactly what to do with this. So in our stream, we have a lot of guys with funny names. So Cousin Ronald has been a guy that gets in the stream all the time. He's got good takes and stuff. And I said, I need to know more about Cousin Ronald. When I hear Cousin Ronald, it strikes me as a guy that wears house shoes and smokes Black and Milds. Am I off?
Okay, where I thought I have no comment on Cousin Ronald.
Yeah, Cousin Ronald may be like out in Scottsbluff as a 29-year-old
I got no comment on Cousin Ronald. Okay. But what I do have a comment on is what I thought you were maybe going to do was you were going to potentially ask me about our conversation about black people and loofahs and washcloths. That's what I thought when we spent at the college.
Oh, CWS.
CWS.
Absolute classic.
45 minutes talking about, we played various 90s rap songs and hip and R&B songs, and then we talked about washcloths and loofahs.
Yeah,
so that's where I thought you were maybe going to go.
Have you graduated to washcloths yet, or are you still a...
Nah, man, not when you're, sometimes you got to make it happen. I'm in hotels 24/7. It's about all you got, man. It's just a washcloth. So
Wait, are you trying to say washcloths?
Got to work with what you got.
You trying to say washcloths are greater than loofahs?
Yes, I'm trying to say brothers use
we call them rags. Nick morphed it into
Rags,
washcloths. He goes,
Okay,
why
yeah,
do you guys? He goes, why do you guys always fold those and put them in your back pocket?
I remember I went first time I went out to the club with Darnell Jackson, he was 6'8", power forward, played in the league for a little bit at KU. My man had a washcloth he was putting in his back pocket of his jeans. I said, D-Block, what are you doing, man?
Got to wipe the sweat off the brow, man.
He was like, in case I get a little sweaty. I was like, okay, all right, more power to you.
It turned into a 45. It was fantastic. All right. Okay. I figured you'd have not to say that like Langford and those guys would smoke blacks or swishers. I just was asking since you have range.
I was going to ask if the same person introduced you to Black and Milds that introduced you to Keith Sweat. I thought that might be some overlap.
Oh, boy.
I thought there might be some overlap there.
Keith Sweat, man. More stories from KU. When I came home with Keith Sweat's greatest hits from Best Buy in 2004, and my roommate Keith Langford, he looked in the Best Buy bag. He saw Keith Sweat's greatest hits. He fell over. He was like, "Are you serious with this?" I was like, "Okay, I'm very serious."
He's like, "Yeah, we're boys, all in." Let me show you my real crossover, Keith.
Oh God!
All right, champ. I gotta stretch you because you're the GOAT. I want to start kind of off the grid in the SEC. If I said, "Hey, Nicholas Allen, we've got I want to get ahead of my bracket. There's a couple of these teams that intrigue me. Kim Palm likes them, and I give you Vandy, and I give you Georgia, right? And it's like, I think Vandy's good. Georgia's got the 2 losses, but Kim Palm likes them. Or would Georgia or Vandy be ahead for you of the trendy Arkansas and Alabamas?
Man, that's kind of, I think you could even, in some ways, you could insert Vandy is to SEC as Nebraska is to Big Ten. And there's this reluctancy, even though the winning is unfolding at a high level, for people to want to put Nebraska in the same category of, Purdue or Michigan State, even though they beat them, or Michigan, obviously, as well. And you can say the same thing about Vandy and Georgia, especially Vandy, just because there's, Vandy's had some moments, but when there isn't that historical precedent from a program standpoint, there's just some hesitancy for people to want to wrap their arms around you. Although for me, when I watch Vandy, man, they pass the eye test to me in a lot of different ways. I think their defensive disruption is something that I like a lot. That creates a lot of easy opportunities for their guards. Tyler Tanner, I mean, dude is in like the player of the year, national player of the year.
And they're not overly athletic too with how they do it, right?
No, they do it more with intelligence than just like what Arkansas does, where they just, they roll the ball out and it is just like, whoa, these dudes are long and athletic and flying around. So I like Vandy more than I like Georgia. I think both teams are, I see the strengths of both teams. Although what's weird, and I know they got popped this weekend, there are times I actually do kind of like this Arkansas team. And I always struggle to wrap my arms around John Calipari's teams because they all kind of like they all typically have the same strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, raggedy offense, young talent, and tenacious,
hyper athletic,
and just athletic, and just create havoc.
Yeah,
but I feel like this group, whether it's Acuff, that I feel like has taken a big leap over the course of the last month or so. I actually do kind of like this Arkansas team. I think the last time we talked, I still am like, I don't know if it's just the front line, but I just can't quit Florida. Like I can't move off of
We were both in on that, right? Robbie's pointing at me like
we talked about it yesterday.
I said it again yesterday. I'm like, Florida is a team where I asked you guys to just dismiss the record because of the caliber of competition they were playing early, and they mollywopped Tennessee.
Yeah, they killed Tennessee, and like, okay, you just look at it. And I mean, these are losses, so there's a reason we keep score and like wins and losses matter. So I don't want to dismiss it, but like, the Arizona game to start the year could have gone either way. No one knew really what Koa Pete was going to be at that time. Obviously, that loss has aged nicely, right? But so that game could have gone either way. TCU 4-point loss. Duke was a last-second little slip flare screen for Isaiah Evans. They lose by 1. UConn at the Garden could have gone either way. Missouri was a 2-point loss. Like, what I'm saying is there's a world where a lot of these games could have gone either way. And you know how it is. Sometimes you're the same team, either like in terms of just like who you really are. And so I as long as that backcourt takes a step forward, Boogie Fland and Lee, that front line's crazy. Hauk is like my top 5 favorite player in the country.
He's shooting it so efficient now too, man. He's a handful.
I really do. And so if just because we had SEC on the mind, I'm telling you, Florida, look out, man. That's for a team that is whatever they are, 11-5 or some ridiculous thing. That's like the best 11-5 team you're going to see. And I mean, they're 11-5 and they're 12th at Ken Palm. Yeah, I mean, come on, like crazy.
Nick, I'm a dork. I was watching Georgia, Florida on the way to Big Red Wrap Up, playing it through Bluetooth last Tuesday, and I'm like, because there's some components I like of Georgia, and they got this ejection, and he's their leading shot block. And I watched Florida like step on the gas in the second half, and I'm like, this may be the start of something, because I felt like Georgia was on the fringe of being good, and I was looking for a reason to get off of Alabama or Arkansas. So I was looking for I was just fact finding. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I know exactly what you mean, and yeah, they're. Florida's rebounding. I mean, we know their front line. It's the same front line that cut down nets last year in San Antonio. Okay, so like we have zero questions about Condon and Chinyelu and Hauk. Like those guys are really, really good. Number 1 offensive rebound percentage team in the country. They're number 2 in defensive rebounding percentage. Like they're basically the best rebounding team in the country. But the reason they won last year was because of Walter Clayton Jr. And so what's going to tell the tale is like Fland or Lee making that leap, and that's not to like take control of the steering wheel here, but that's my same question because I really, really, really like UConn. But the question is, can Silas Demery take the leap that Tristan Newton took in the first title? Like, because you still need, everybody needs to remember, like, I always like to try to do this, like really close your eyes and picture an Elite 8 game. Picture a Final Four game. Picture these tournament games and what ultimately has to happen. What ultimately has to happen is there's got to be a great guard that just you can put the ball in their hands and they go make it happen. And I just that's the thing with can Demery become that for UConn, and can Boogie Fland or Lee become that for Florida? If that can happen, I love both those teams, and I've seen UConn a couple of times. I really think Danny's got a chance, and so does he. He said as much that this team's hitting a lot of the same checkpoints he thinks that some of the other title teams have, that they got a chance to make a deep run again.
Is the best backcourt and the most functional as it relates to wins tandem in the Big Ten different for you? Are those two different answers?
No, I mean, I'm just trying to go through it right now.
And Michigan has 3, so you can use 3 for Michigan. Maybe you like Illinois. Maybe I'm not. They're not uber efficient in the WinCom, and Yates is hurt. I like Diallo and Yates. I like at Washington. I like.
Yep.
I mean, there's some really good. You go to Fear. There's some really good backcourts. Is it like who's the best for you? And I'm overlooking West Lafayette, right? I mean, those two.
Those two
little guys are nice, but they're small.
They're small, and they're and as silly as it sounds, even though they made it to a Final Four, I still feel like for whatever reason, some people still have the 1/16 loss from a couple of years ago lingering in people's heads. But I think the world of Braden Smith. So for me, my first thought, Damon, was Purdue.
Lawyer and Smith.
that you give me Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer, and I'm good, because I feel like Braden Smith is just so electric and in control of the game. So and I still think that team's going to be a force to be reckoned with as the season progresses. They're the number one offense in the country, so that would obviously indicate that they're doing something right on that end of the floor. So for me, I think I'll go Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer. But man, I talk about it's incredible. Keaton Wagler is what a find for Brad Underwood.
I mean,
it, man.
Wow.
And they have another guard that is paired with in Broswell that drives me up the wall, though. So I don't know what it is. Is he's got a little Thornton in it, and Thornton drives me. Maybe I'm just not a squatty body guard guy, but I'm more about like because Gales Jr. bugs me, even though I know he's good finishing around the rim. It might just be a style thing for me. So if you tell me I need to grow up, then I'll grow up.
No, I understand. I mean, those are. I was always a little ho-hum on Boswell until this year. I feel like he's better this year. And I had their Florida Gulf Coast game early in the year, and I actually got to. I don't do this all the time, but I got to chop it up with Kylan Boswell for 15 minutes at shoot around, and I walked away oh man, you are you get it. You know what I mean? When you talk to a player and you walk away, you're like, oh wow, you completely understand.
Does that explain why he makes tough shots? He can take and make tough shots. Is that what you?
Yes,
okay.
I'm telling you, Damon, you would like Kylan. If you talk to Boswell, he is smart. He understands the complexities of the team dynamics and what needs to be done and all that. He's really good. I think he's gotten better, but man, Wagler, what a find! It's like him and Frager. Who's going to be the freshman of the year? It's crazy that Frager's out here just dunking on Assembly Hall to close out the Hoosiers. It's crazy.
Hey, I want to ask you something, because you have way more insight, and I touched on it last time we talked to you. It was a couple weeks ago, and he was just getting started. And I think we both agreed neither one of us saw this coming with his evolution. But I want you to speak to something that you know intimately about as a D1 basketball player. How important is it for you when you separate talent or you look at outcome or whatever to just simply have somebody believe in you? Seems to be happening with Zig and Lenzer and Fred that believe in Frager, that allow him to kind of how do you make that connection?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think the line that certainly makes an enormous difference, especially. Football is interesting. I mean, it matters because, maybe you disagree, Damon. Basketball is maybe a little bit more of maybe as a running back, it's different, but basketball is a little bit more of a confidence sport than football, just because there's a little bit more skill involved.
I could see, although, to your point, buddy, this is so good. Do you know what I used as my reference as a guy that needed to be believed in was Xavier Watts in football, who changed positions 3 times and offense to defense, and he's got 5 picks in the league now. He just needed somebody to believe in him. So to your point though, I agree that seeing the ball go in is vastly different than whether you miss 1 or 2 tackles. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But nevertheless, confidence matters in all sports, but in particular basketball, I feel like it is extremely important. And so there's no question that someone believing in you just fills that confidence cup up. On the low, I feel like all these, and Sam has said it as much, I feel like Izzo and Underwood and Greg McDermott have filled up Sam Hoiberg's confidence cup in these post-game press conferences, gushing about how amazing Sam is. And that stuff, Matt, you don't think Sam heard that and puffed up his chest a little bit and felt really validated about all the little, because sometimes I felt like Sam felt like he had to validate all, because he doesn't necessarily, some of the stuff, he could play great, but the average person looks at the box score and goes 1 for 2 with 5 rebounds and 2 steals, and he played 32 minutes. What the hell? It's he only like missed 0 defensive rotations and got everybody in the right spots and all these different things. Like, so I think sometimes like when you get validation from other coaches, it makes a big difference. But to go back to Frager, I just think I've always said that very few players can defy circumstance. And what I mean by that is, like, if you put a certain player in any situation, they are going to be good regardless. Like, a lot of players want to think they're that way, but a lot of players are not that way. And the more I watch Frager, the more I am like, this is the perfect situation for Braden Frager. Braden Frager is blessed with a ton of physical talent, a ton. The whole thing with him was just, okay, the emotional component, day to day, play to play, game to game, the being able to mentally handle implementing things from a game plan standpoint, offense, defense, and he's got a coaching staff that believes in him. Coach Nate never gives him an inch and is always on him. That's what Braden needs. And I also think when he walks into practice every day, he's got Rink Mass, Cale Jacobson, Sam Hoiberg, Bryce Sanford. Like, find me 4 more mature, steady, calming guys than those 4 guys. And
Bryce is just enough of a quiet killer to play to his alter ego. If you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, Braden wants to get, Braden wants the drama. Like, Braden wants to, like, mix it up.
Yeah.
But so I just think, like, if Braden was around a bunch of volatile people, like, I don't know if you would get the best version of Braden, but so I just think, like, I look around and I'm like, man, and I'm so happy because I know how delicate a college career can be, on how the circumstances and who you're around makes such an enormous difference. And I'm just I get so happy for people, especially when I know them and I've watched their journeys, that they have found, like, such a perfect spot, and no reason that Braden's playing, like, the best basketball he's ever played in his life. And it's not to take any, I mean, it's like, it's all credit to him, but it's also, man, the circumstance is just perfect for Braden Frager to go kick ass, which is awesome.
Nick, I feel like the entire conversation has led me to this question, whether it's talking about guard play, the Big Ten, runs in the NCAA tournament, or Sam Hoiberg and Braden Frager. In your opinion, does Nebraska have the guard play to have the type of run in March that their regular season would indicate they're capable of?
You know what, Robbie? I think, and this is hard to do, I think I carry too much of my preconceived notions when answering that question. And what I mean by that is, I didn't think so at the start of the year, but I don't know what I would be looking at. And I don't know how anybody could go, you're a college basketball analyst, if I answered that question, no, because they're undefeated, Robbie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're 16-0. Jamarcus Lawrence had 27 at Indiana, hit the game winner on the road at Illinois. Sam Hoiberg, while, again, he doesn't stuff the stat sheet, does every intangible thing known to man. Bryce Sanford is one of the best off-the-ball movement shooting guards. Like, so I didn't think so heading into the year. It was one of my biggest concerns, was just like, okay, the backcourt, the point guard play, and the ability for someone to go make something happen off the bounce. I'm just not sure I see it. And they are finding a way to, well, again, I think maybe I told this to you guys last time. Like, yeah, I mean, if we broke out into, like, one-on-one games across all of the Big Ten and in college basketball, would Sam Hoiberg, Cale Jacobson, and Bryce Sanford win a lot of one-on-one games? Probably not, but we play 5-on-5. And that's where they're within the system and what they're trying to do, they're the perfect examples of, like, the sum of the whole operation is better than the individual parts. And so, like, Robbie, at this point, I don't know how, and we do this sometimes. We come in with what we think is, we come in like, well, I think this, so I'm viewing everything through that lens, and because I want to be right on what I thought heading into it. And I think I'm sitting there, I'm courtside watching Michigan State, and then obviously, just like everybody else, watching them, come back against Indiana and stave off the Buckeyes in Columbus. And it's like, based on the film and based on how this season has gone, I don't know. Like if you're not really buying into him or believing in him, I think you're. I don't think you're necessarily being completely objective.
All right, let me ask you something before we move on to your game tonight, because I think Georgetown is fascinating. If we were talking about unsung guys last week, and I was having this conversation with Sauter, and I didn't mention the guy that I'm going to ask you about. He brought him up. I gave him Buchton Jail, and was it Hoiberg? Or was Hoiberg too obvious? And
Hoiberg was too obvious.
I went with either way. To the point, Nick, I didn't say Jamarcus Lawrence. Sauter brought up Jamarcus Lawrence, and this was before he did what he always does at the arena in Bloomington. So Nebraska plays a certain way. You and I, we've talked about their defense and the rover spot and the no middle, and how they now can play catch up on the baseline because they're a little longer than K-Say and some stuff. More like less replaceable, Buchton Jail or Jamarcus Lawrence?
Oh man, I would say Jamarcus Lawrence probably strikes me as more irreplaceable, just because I think you can plug Frager at the 4 and Jared Garcia a little bit at the 4.
Garcia was the guy. I said Garcia or Buchton Jail. It was Garcia because I felt like he was pretty unsung.
Yeah, and this isn't to dismiss what Berke Buchton Jail does. They need his size and some of his emotion that he plays with, and rebounding obviously for sure. But to me, ball handling is still at an extreme importance. And Jamarcus Lawrence, not only can he handle it, but he's become a guy that is not a good shooter. He's a dangerous shooter. So I think Jamarcus would be there. The guy that I thought we were going to throw in there is Cale. I think Cale Jacobson is super important. I mean, they like to close games with Cale Jacobson.
Yeah,
if you've noted. They'll like. I mean,
I bet you he's their best 50-50 guy.
Yeah. Yes, him and Sam. I mean, those two guys. If there's a loose ball and those two guys are in the area, those two guys are probably coming up with it. And Cale Jacobson allows for. When they close the game with like Sam, Cale, and Jamarcus, you have 3 different guys that could initiate offense, come off a ball screen, and make something happen. You know what I mean? And so I think Cale's ability to play 1 through 4, guard 1 through 4 is extremely important as Hoiberg's trying to kind of mix and match what 5 he wants towards the end of games. So I'm a huge Cale fan too. They got a lot of dudes that
he's a winner.
He's a winner, man. So I think you got a couple of guys that certainly are, their value is really, really high, and Cale would be one of those guys for me.
All right, Nick, let's hit the Creighton Georgetown game that you're on the call for tonight as well. I want to start with Georgetown because the more I watch this team over the last couple of years, I'm trying to figure out, and so I'll just ask you because you're smarter than I am. What has been the issue with the Ed Cooley experience in Georgetown? Like, why hasn't this thing gotten going?
I don't know, Ravi. I don't know if I have a great concrete answer for you.
Are you surprised by it? Because
well, Nick talked me into being a Cooley guy. Remember, Nick, early on, we would argue about Cooley all the time. And I was like, I don't know if it's a Cotton Carolina thing. I just don't rock with Cooley like that. And you're like, DB, come on, man. And I was like, okay, I'm listening. And then year after year, I was like, he's probably right.
Yeah, I vividly remember that conversation that we had. And yeah, I think for whatever reason, he has yet to be able to totally implement his style that he had at Providence at Georgetown. And I don't know if it is the transient nature of the transfer portal, how you're building. I mean, Cooley's the one that said it a couple of years ago that stuck with me. It was like, we're no longer building programs, we're building teams. And I think that's not playing to Ed Cooley's strengths, because I think during his time at Providence, there might not have been, I mean, between Nova, Jay Wright, Coach Mack at Creighton, and then Providence and Ed Cooley, those were three of the most distinct identity, clear-cut, like if you turned on those games and they didn't have Providence or Creighton or Nova across the chest, you would know immediately I'm watching Providence or I'm watching Creighton or I'm watching Villanova just by the way they played. And so I think it's been challenging for Georgetown and Ed Cooley to totally bring the Providence way of things to DC. I think Sorber last year being as good as he was, and all of a sudden he's in the league, was maybe, I think he felt like he was going to have at least a 2 or 3 year guy, and all of a sudden you get a one and done. That's it's like a good thing, bad thing for the way of programs being built. I also think, to a certain degree, I'd imagine. So it used to be called the Dunkin' Donuts Center where Providence played. Now it's the AMP, Amica Mutual Pavilion. That arena, guys, was good for like 2 to 3 wins a year.
Yeah,
it was good for like you're playing terrible. You don't have it, but your crowd just is like, we're gonna will you to this win. You know what I mean? Like we're winning this game. And sometimes a season's momentum, confidence, trajectory, whatever, can hinge on like 2 or 3 games going one way or the other. And I almost look at Georgetown's last handful of games as the perfect case in point with that. They have a lead against Xavier before Christmas. They fall apart and lose. Do they lose that game at the AMP? I don't think so. Seton Hall, they're up 13 or whatever it was, 12, maybe
Seton
early second half.
Yeah.
Or Seton Hall is like the king.
Jeez.
Seton Hall is the team that we're talking about that they've come back. They came back on Creighton. They came back on Georgetown. Like they have had a bunch of these come from the dead wins that swing a season. But so Ravi, I think it's been challenging for Ed Cooley to totally implement his identity. And then I really do think the home court thing is a thing. I really believe that. Like, I think that has been challenging too. And so, it is like, not to go all Scott Frost or like, we got to catch a wave, but like that's a real thing. Like there's an element of like, of everybody feeling like we can work. Not only we're not going to lose this game, we're going to win this game. Like I think Nebraska basketball has started to capture that a little bit, and you find ways to win instead of finding ways to lose. And the only way to do that is to win some games. And sometimes that home crowd would help you with that.
How do you separating kind of Creighton seemingly thought they may have been trending in the right direction to kind of fluky. They blew a big lead versus there was also a stinker because of, the compare and contrast of athleticism or the matchup or whatever versus they actually are figuring it out. Like, where are you now with these guys?
It's a great question because that's kind of the thing. The narrative was like, look out, here comes Creighton, and all of a sudden they've lost two of their last 3, and you go, well, look out, Creighton. Are we still on that
in different
train?
ways too?
Yes, yeah. So I'm still on the train of look out for Creighton. Like I'm not moving off. I thought they did a lot of good things at Seton Hall. I thought they had a couple of tough calls. I've never blamed the ref guy, but I thought they had a couple of tough calls late in that game.
The jump balls,
going 1-3-1. The jump ball, yes. And then I didn't – Mac going 1-3-1 on the final possession, I would think he wishes he had that back because all of a sudden Hines is at the front of the rim getting a rebound of that Seton Hall game. And then St. John's is St. John's. They're really talented. I know they've underachieved, but, with Zuby Ejiofor and Bryce Hopkins inside, Mac made the decision to sell out to take away that. And, they make 12 or 13 threes. And when that's the case, you're probably in big trouble with the Johnnies. So not to make excuses for how that game
and
unfolded.
They hadn't been able to throw it in the ocean either. That was wild.
Totally different. They're a totally different team in that regard. They got a lot of guys that can shoot now. When last year it was like, they were, I mean, if they made like 6 threes in a game, you were like, wow, look at St. John's, like that. It just didn't happen. So I know I think this Creighton team is playing with more confidence, more cohesion. They're getting more comfortable. Which was clearly all 3 of those things were issues early on in the year. I'm not saying they're perfect right now, but I still think this group is trending in the right direction. The frustrating thing is because of the way the non-con went, I think a lot of people circled 4 or 2 home games for sure as games that Creighton's got to win, and that was St. John's at home and UConn at home, right? And they just let one slip away, and so that's obviously frustrating in terms of trying to hang on for dear life with your NCAA tournament resume. But yeah, Damon, I am still feeling like Creighton is heading in the right direction. Maybe that's me seeing what I want to see, but I think this team is playing better and getting better. That was not happening early on.
Is there time and enough opportunities for Greer to get some rhythm?
God, I'm going to ask Greg McDermott that question here in a couple hours. Because I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It is really hard when you have to take a month completely off. Like, it's one thing if you have there's something you can do to. Maybe it's your shoulder, it's your wrist, and you can still run or get on the bike and say it like Greer had to shut it down for a while, and you get out of shape, you get out of rhythm, and all the while your teammates are getting into a rhythm as well. And so I want to think the thing about Greer, guys, is I think Greer has the kind of game that is easy to play with. Like some guys are harder to play with and implement. Greer is like a move the ball, crash the glass, run the floor guy. Those guys are like, yeah, hop on my squad, man. I'm with you. Like you're going to fit right in. And so I think they need to exercise all possibilities of trying to get him back on the floor, because he provides some grit that Greg McDermott has been using that word more this year than he's ever used in 16 years. Like he provides a lot of that they need. They need rebounding. They need a little bit of positional size. And so I'm hoping so, but I just know that it's really hard when you take that much time off to click on all cylinders and get back in the flow.
Nick, I'll get you out of here on this. What's more likely in your mind? Nebraska is a top 2 seed in the NCAA tournament, or Creighton makes the NCAA tournament?
Oh my God, Ravi, great question.
That's
man, I mean, again, okay, I'm going to check myself again. Like, based on how this is going, I don't know how you wouldn't say Nebraska being a top 2 seed, but there's a lot of my inclination is to say that it's more likely that Creighton makes the NCAA tournament, just with like Nebraska's still got a lot of, and I'm super excited that I have a lot of the games. They still have, not that they haven't played, a tough schedule, but they still got Michigan coming to town. They still got to go to Michigan. They got Illinois coming to town. They got Purdue coming to town. They got some whales of teams that are still coming down the pike here on them that are going to be a major challenge for them. I will say Creighton making the tournament, but that in no way, shape, or form is a shot at Nebraska. I hope people understand that, based on what I've been saying so far, I am so impressed and love watching this Nebraska team play. But I'll say Creighton making the tournament. 2 seeds tough, man.
Yeah,
really hard.
You only have a margin of error of 8 spots.
Yeah, it's
versus a field
that's
of
what I'm saying. Like, you got to
68.
be one of the right.
I mean, they're number 8 in the country right now. They are. They are number 8 in the country right now.
I'd take the percentages.
Yeah, just like if you just play the numbers would tell you, well, Creighton probably. One of the 8 best resumes and best team. That's hard to do. It really is.
I think the biggest issue here is that nationally and in the committee room, Nebraska probably will not get the credit they deserve on Selection Day.
I think there's something to that, which is unfortunate.
If they're 20-0 going into Michigan, I mean, the odds improve dramatically.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They do. But yeah, you're fighting Michigan, Arizona, Iowa State, Purdue, Gonzaga, Duke,
Vanderbilt,
UConn, Houston, Vanderbilt. Like, think about the teams.
Yeah.
I think that's always something's like, oh, well, definitely. It's like, well, sometimes you gotta list out the opponents and list out these other teams that you like. Those are some big time teams that you're battling against for one of the top 8 seeds. And so, yeah, I think the numbers would. The biggest question for Creighton on the other side of that is, like, are they going to have enough resume boosting opportunities to build up? So that's the other part of, like, it's as much as it's about the teams and their merits. It's also about the path in front of them and whether that'll yield the opportunities for them to be able to get a bid. And then I think conversely, to your point, Ravi, like I do think Creighton has earned enough credibility recently that Creighton feels like if they're sitting there, on the cut line, like, I mean, a team that's been to the Sweet 16 multiple times, the Elite Eight a couple of years ago, like I think they would probably get the benefit of the doubt in that regard too.
Fantastic.
That is Nick Bahe. Great as always, Nick. Can't wait to listen to you on the call tonight.
Enjoy the call tonight, buddy.
And we will talk to you again soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. That is Nick Bahe. Mama, there goes that man.
Finally got some hoops talking.
There you go. You feel better?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting better. We got Kugler Bahe.
Yeah.
Week. Well, now next week will be tough. Make sure you get Washcloths on speed dial too, Shane.
Got to get our guys.
Okay, Shane.
He's
Shane.
Definitely listening to you.
I know, right? What the fuck is this? This dude just went crickets on me.
Listen, we're 13 minutes over. He clocked out 12 minutes ago. He's out. He's just checked out. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We will be back tomorrow with more Hurrdat Sports Live.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.